Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, a good ready for the most lusty show that has ever hit this campus. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the show of the night. We did it right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Pitt Fight Revolution!
It is Pitt Fight Graduation, the third installment of this blockbuster at University of Pittsburgh, Queensburg campus. My name is Joe Dabrowski, joined by Michael Doc Doherty, and of course the esteemed Benjamin C. Steele. And you've been all over these events over the prior years. Behave here this time out. Well, what an honor it's going to be for you two gentlemen to work alongside the former commissioner. That's me, Tony Johnson, making his way to the ring right now. Just coming on a barn burner against Runway Smooth for that rise range champion. He came up just a little bit short. I asked him, where do we go from here? He says it's all uphill from here, and he plans on making an example tonight of the juggernaut Conard. Well, Tony Johnson's an incredible athlete. For my money, maybe one of the most underrated athletes in all of Pittsburgh. He doesn't get the headlines and the attention that some other athletes do, but if you're not familiar with Tony Johnson, all you need to know is the company he keeps, the unofficial third member of TME, the main event. I will say this crowd's about to explode here, and I'm talking about that's like the juggernaut John Rodin, pretty much announcing that this is his retirement tour. It's kind of symbolic for this guy. Well, John Rodin is somebody who I followed his journey for many, many years, and he's quite an inspiration. We've seen over the years, if you followed him on social media, his weight loss journey, some of the pitfalls that he has overcome. And Rodin is another one of those guys who maybe doesn't get the press clippings he deserves. I think these are two guys, gentlemen, who are very hungry, are very determined. They have something to prove on different stages of their careers. And this could be a very, very hot and fiery way to kick us off here at Pitt Fight 3. Graduation, we are underway. I can't wait. We've got six-man tags to get the return of the Bobcat Brawl. The Pitt Fight Championship on the line in our feature matchup. And it's all going to get set. The tone gets set here with Tony Johnson and John Rodin centering. Speaking of Tony Johnson, two arm drags to start this thing off. A big drop kick by Johnson. He is in control so far, and Rodin getting out of harm's way, but not getting completely out of ring on that apron, which is a very dangerous place to be. Johnson is certainly mentally tough as well. He's called the Iceman, and that's because he uses the cold, the frigid temperatures to help in his training and development. More on that in a moment as Tony Johnson takes a chance. Big baseball slide there, and if you notice, he's taking out the legs. He's hacking down on the juggernaut John Rodin, and John Rodin now trying to just recollect himself here. Tony Johnson throwing Rodin back into the ring. Johnson loves to take ice baths. He loves to go running in freezing cold temperatures to help with his endurance and his wind. Tony Johnson braves the elements in the worst way possible, and it makes him a stronger competitor. We'll see if he can brave the elements of John Rodin. All right, he was coming for that. Tony Johnson with that forearm, setting him up. Off the top. Flying clothesline. Flying clothesline, excuse me. Rolls him up. 1, 2, and no. Only a 2 count says our referee. Graceful execution there and huge impact from Tony Johnson. BC Steele, I would suggest that Johnson, one of the most fundamentally sound athletes in Pittsburgh. Would you concur? Well, absolutely. A lot of people call him one of the best kept secrets in Pittsburgh. It's looking right now like the secret is going to be out. Right now, John Rodin trying to expose that secret and sending Johnson to that opposite turnbuckle now, just thrusting the shoulders into his solar plexus. Johnson's looking a little bit winded right now, and that's courtesy the juggernaut, John Rodin. You want to know what Rodin really should do right now? You know what can
that's the elements. You take your thumb and you dig it right into a person's eyeball as deep as you can.
I don't think the referee would approve of that there, BC.
Well, no, guys, let me show you. I have 2 thumbs.
No, we're okay. Thanks.
Oh, what, 4 minutes into the broadcast? You're already trying to take a shortcut and a cheap shot?
Has him up. Look at the power of Rodin. Pardon me, Joe. Oh, my goodness. He has him up and just drives him down on the canvas. What a suplex by John Rodin. Rolls him over. 1, 2, and he didn't hook the leg, and I think it cost him one out.
One thing about John Rodin, he's country strong. He doesn't have one of those bodies built by the gymnasium. He's not going to enter any kind of a pose-down contest. But this Clarion County native spends many hours in the gym. He's got that core strength, that tendon strength, that enables him to manhandle and overwhelm his opponents.
Ooh, shot to the gut by Rodin, and now he's using those corners, Joe. He's utilizing those corners. BC, if you want to chime in here too on this, notice he's pretty much made the Iceman go to all 4 corners here.
Well, yeah, he doesn't want to let Tony Johnson get any momentum.
And
that's a way to do it.
Our first plate of chunks served here tonight at Pitt Fight. They're asking for another one here. The Pitt Fight crowd, this graduation crowd is going nuts. They want one more. And Hush goes over to crowd. And welcome to Greensburg, Pennsylvania, Iceman Tony Johnson.
That is heart-stopping impact from the juggernaut John Rodin. Why would you take cues from these people? I'll tell you what, BC, this may be the most lively, jacked crowd we've had in the history of Pitt Fight. I'm loving the fact that whether they're longtime fans or maybe just here out of curiosity, they are enjoying what we're doing here at Pitt Fight.
And what a hell of a match to start off. I mean, you got Iceman Tony Johnson, John Rodin. You got about at least, I'd say, 15 to 20 years veteranship in that right now. And back body drop by Johnson.
Desperation move by Tony Johnson, as he may have hurt himself on that back body drop. But Johnson doing what he can here. Hooks the leg.
2 and no, only a 2 count. And Joe, what I was going to say is just trying to take that momentum back. I mean, Rodin started off right off the gate, and now Johnson trying to, just build back from the beating he was taking earlier.
And as we see the fight in these 2 athletes, let us remind everyone watching the great cause at hand as well. Pitt Fight, a fundraiser for St. Jude's and all the work they've done for pediatric cancer and disease. Certainly a great cause, and something that's been close to Pitt Fight's heart since day one. Of course, our previous work with Connor's Cure.
My goodness, did you see the flying body press? Yes, it didn't really budge, but you know that hurt Rodin. I mean, he was stuck between those ropes, and Iceman just showing him why he's the Iceman. It's pretty much taking out the ribs of John Rodin. But now John Rodin coming back here, giving him pretty much what we call a receipt, and oh my goodness, drops him right on the spinal. 1, 2, and no, only a 2 count. That was a close one.
Well, you notice as soon as Rodin got a hold of Johnson, the pace slowed. It went back to a power game. That crossbody you mentioned, Doc, Johnson knocked the wind out of John Rodin, and Rodin needs a breather. So he's going to lay on Johnson. He's going to utilize this reverse bear hug and sap the energy out of Tony Johnson. BC Steel, is it a wise move in your eyes?
Well, it's definitely going to be a wise move to stop that frenetic energy that Tony Johnson has. And I'm just going to throw this out there. You have to wonder, at what point is John Rodin going to get angry? John Rodin has had many matches where he puts his opponent away quick. He's usually in firm control, has things how he likes it. Maybe he's going to go to that Greco-Roman thumb to the eye that I suggested earlier.
I wonder if he's going to go for the eye. But right now, Tony Johnson's elbowing John Rodin right in the eye here.
You've
trying
seen
to get out of harm's way.
face some tough competition. How about Beastman and Pitt Fight War? But the Inzaguri's not something you expect from Beastman, but you can expect it from Tony Johnson every time. Tony the Iceman looking to be colder than a mother-in-law's kiss as he rallies back.
My God, I felt that from here. My goodness, I mean, he knocked him in the next week. What an Inzaguri by Tony Johnson. This is always on. Rodin has him up. Big body slam by the Juggernaut, and the Juggernaut starting to get angry, like BC said earlier. Pulls him up, has him. He has him. He's going for a German there, guys. Back elbows by Johnson, though, getting out of harm's way. Grabs the tights, that's not a no-no, but it's professional wrestling. What are you going to do? He sets him in the ropes. Here he comes. Twist around with a flying clothesline. I mean, he didn't even go sideways. He was completely standing on that one. My goodness, the Iceman in control now, trying to get this crowd behind him.
Well, Johnson's got great finesse. He's got that resiliency. This crowd certainly, I think, respects both of these athletes. Johnson trying to will himself on. He quickens that pace. The handspring, and the enziguri connects.
My goodness, did you see how he was, the athleticism of this man? I mean, just pretty much out of a springboard with the enziguri.
DC, what does Johnson have to do to put John Rodin away?
Well, he's tried everything so far. He tried to neutralize the power, but John Rodin was able to come back. Maybe this is the type of time you want to pull something that maybe you haven't done before. Maybe it's something that you haven't attempted to execute in the past that Rodin's not ready for.
One thing about these guys, they definitely prepare for each other. This is basically a game of chess. Big move by Johnson, though. Now he's up to the top rope. This is where the Iceman is most dangerous. Lining up Rodin, Juggernaut's a shovel. Big giant body press, and oh my God! And he took him out on that one.
Johnson landed high, and the disadvantage there. The momentum wouldn't let Johnson stay on top of Rodin to attempt the lateral press. Could that momentum serve as a hindrance? Johnson looking to follow through, nicely done.
Oh my goodness. Backbreaker applied, and man, he just picked John Rodin up. I mean, a man that size. Oh, that was good too, Ken. I was letting the crowd handle that one. My goodness.
And you look at the look on Rodin's face right now. I don't think he knows where he's at. That flying cross body press from the top caught him high. May have smacked that head on the back of that mat.
I mean, that could cause a concussion right there. I mean, John Rodin's slow to get up. I mean, that took a lot out of him. Tony Johnson now has him in his sights. This could be it. Oh, he's going for that big boat. Has him up and spine booster. Double lace down. Rolls him up. Picks him up. Has him. What are we going for here? Oh, just plants him. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Rodin's victorious.
Well, gentlemen, it was John Rodin dancing with what brought him, so to speak, that power, that intensity, that Anderson-esque spinebuster into that fireman carry slam, and John Rodin, he's made his mark, he's made his statement that he is closer to his last match than his first, but Rodin is not going to go out on a low note. John Rodin wants to go out on his terms, and he's certainly taking a big step to that here tonight, Mason Steele. Yeah, certainly an impressive, I guess, ending, shall we say, for John Rodin in terms of Pitt fight. Hey guys, that was match 1. I mean, that was match 1. I know later on we're going to have some of my close personal friends out here. I'm going to need utter silence from you two so I can enjoy those moments. Oh, please. The Pitt fight keeps rolling on after this. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to need you two to be quiet. Will you calm down? What's wrong with you? My friends. You don't have friends. You have people you pay to hang around with you. Tomato and tomato. This is the greatest 3-man team since, well, you and I and them, and you and me and them. Come on, pal.
Doing? You're embarrassing yourself.
You're ruining my moment. You're ruining your moment.
I was just saying, we don't do anything. We're just standing here watching you.
DC, how much money did you throw around to get the services of a big boss, Klein Spectre, alongside your Runway? This is a major coup. I haven't seen Klein Spectre in a wrestling ring in upwards of 15 years. Well, let's just say that I have a very vested interest in this matchup. Might have put a dime or two on it.
Oh, I think you put a little more of that there for Klein Spectre.
is Pittsburgh legend QB Blitz and Devin Devine, and what a coup as a tag team partner. The man at 19 years old is sharing a ring with the likes of Brock Lesnar and the Big Show. One line wonders that coming.
Zach Gowen,
I'm going to make this show with the streets because I'm known to be your folks. I know that you Pitt, Greensburg, Swab don't know the meaning of. So I got to should be a part of what. I told you not to show, Zach. Simple. I'm a team of warriors. If I hear anyone chanting, then Haught over here is going to call my words and I'm going to slam right in this building. If I hear anybody chanting, QB Blitz, QB Blitz, QB Blitz,
This is rude. These people are rude. That never works out too well, does it?
then I got time to call my words.
Oh,
And
no.
sue everybody in this building. And lastly, and definitely leastly, how on Patsy. If I hear anyone chanting, Zach Gowen, Zach Gowen, Zach Gowen, Zach Gowen.
this crowd is going bananas for Zach Gowen right now. I think Glenn Spectre kind of brought this on himself here in the runway.
If my words are going to be busy, I'll personally slap everyone in the
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of slapping, and there's going to be a lot of what's written by Glenn Spectre's attorney. Oh, really? Yes.
I wonder who his attorney is. Probably like everybody else's.
He knows somebody from the attorney firm, a very popular, Petronia and Kenny, very, very popular law firm.
All right, we got Gowen and Klein getting locked up here. Zach Gowen, man, I mean, I seen this guy years ago taking him, like you said earlier, Brock Lesnar, I thought, to the limit.
Well, Zach Gowen, Glenn Spectre thought that Zach Gowen would quit. He would no-show. That's not in Zach Gowen's makeup. He didn't quit when he was diagnosed with bone cancer at 8 years old. He didn't quit when he succumbed to some personal demons and wound up in drug rehab. Zach Gowen is now a family man with 3 sons. He's happily married. Zach got his life back on track, and there is nothing I believe that Zach Gowen can't conquer. And do you think DC Steele, as Zach outsmarts and outwits Tyra Klein, do you think some legal threats or Glenn Spectre's odd obsession with not having any complete names being chanted out here is going to keep Zach Gowen from fighting the odds again? Well, look, it was just a simple request. Professional wrestling is not a place for chanting people's names. Oh, please. What? It's a place for, say, Doc agrees. Budz, you want to use on my side.
Well, you know what? The thing is, Zach Gowen and the crowd are getting to the runway, which I've seen the runway numerous times, and the crowd usually gets right in their head.
Well, QB Blitz wants a piece of Calvin Couture.
Oh, boy. QB Blitz now, former linebacker, throws Couture down, and the fashionista a little bit upset here.
Not the first time these men have encountered each other at Pitt Fight 2. Marshall Gambino, Brandon K, QB Blitz against Devin Devine, Ronald Parker Williams, and Calvin Couture. DC, what did you do to take off Devin Devine and end your partnership? Because at one point you had him in the bag too. Well, you know, you would be surprised. When my commissionership here ended, I could not get a hold of Devin. Something about a bounce check. Doesn't surprise me in the least. You were wrong.
All right, Klein tagging in Couture again, guys. These guys are all, I think they're going to go at him at the same time. Here comes the Runway in. Oh my goodness!
Well, speaking of something bouncing, the Runway bouncing off the canvas numerous times, and Zach Gowen's feeling the power too.
Well, that was illegal because there were 2 men. QB Blitz should be disqualified.
What? I think it should be the other way around.
I think the Runway needs more people for it to be a
It
fair
should be
fight.
the other way around. And right now, we got Spectre taking on Devin Devine. Devin Devine, the king of men, guys. About to lock it up here.
A couple of Pittsburgh wrestling veterans and legends. Glenn Spectre recently inducted into the Rochester Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. Spectre had success there. A memorable feud with the late great Brody Lee, a former multiple-time IWC Tag Team Champion here regionally, Jake Garrett, the late great Devil Budokan, and of course the King of Men, Devin Devine, has held just about every single championship he's ever competed for.
That's right, and Devin Devine now took a big hip toss from Glenn Spectre, and Spectre still getting the crowd fired up here. This crowd letting them know how they feel about Glenn Spectre. Glenn Spectre, just correct me if I'm wrong, had 4 tours in Japan.
Glenn Spectre did travel to Japan a number of times, working for, I believe, DDT, and maybe a couple of other independent groups as well. I know WMF had a great relationship with IWC back in the day. Spectre sure I don't super head type, but yeah, Glenn Spectre at one time was called Wonder Man, but he's come back a new man known as the Big Boss. BC, a stark contrast. Let's listen in.
We just picked up Devine, and now Devine drag,
responding here.
Big hip toss, and Devine in complete control, has him up, and big body slam, and the King of Men going bananas here, and Spectre crawling back to the runway like a former ex-girlfriend.
Well, Devin's looking good. Devin is what many people refer to as a throwback. He's very fundamentally sound. He doesn't do a lot of high risk or take a lot of chances, but what he does do, BC, he makes the most out of every time.
Well, yeah, and if the people could just calm down for a second. Mr. Spectre, that Mr. Spectre to you two, by the way.
Oh, please.
Is now in firm control. You see what happens when everybody just settles down? I'm going to can't hold you.
I see what happens here as Calvin illegally wrenching the arm of Devin Devine. Glenn Spectre is the puppet master here.
Well, no, see what had happened was, as you two gentlemen can point out, the referee was speaking to Mr. Klein. They were having a conversation about things and stuff.
More like Mr. Klein was distracting the referee.
Well, do you have your Joe Dombrowski goggles on right now? Because that's something that, this is more your lawyer-esque spin, all right?
Have you been talking to those annoying lawyers you referenced earlier? I'm sure that law firm is somewhere pounding on the table, yelling at the top of their lungs, trying to get every court case cleared and every writ written possible on Glenn Spectre on the runway. But it's not going to save him here because Devin Devine reversed the engine.
They played a little trick here, and now Glenn Spectre in a little bit of trouble. The runway was yanking his arm.
They had no idea.
Disqualified.
What a bunch of maroons.
They're just, no, that's perfect.
So disqualify the runway?
Yeah, no.
Big headbutt.
Wait a moment. So much for the mind of the big boss. He just got headbutted by the King of Men.
Big elbow. I heard that one. My goodness. Devine threw that elbow right into the chest of Spectre. Glenn Spectre in a little bit of trouble here. And now over in the corner now, cutting off the runway's advantage like they've been taking here.
Yeah, so much precision in everything Devin Devine does, and Calvin gets the knee up. The illegal advantage again. Official Bobby Williams was diverted by a distraction there. The ire was raised of Zach Gowen and QB Blitz, and it only takes a little bit of an opening for the runway inspector for them to go to work. Certainly something you've seen many times, BC.
Well, this is a well-oiled machine. Guys, imagine if you could put the greatest of all time in any sport together. It's like Tom Brady throwing to Jerry Rice, and he's handing off to Barry Sanders. That's what you're seeing right now.
Who are you comparing these people to?
Yeah, the runway is the Tom Brady and Joe Montana here of Pitt fight, and Glenn Spectre would be like Barry Sanders with
I was going to say more like Morrow and Hardy, but if you want to go with that, that's fine. Spectre off the ribs. Did you see that low-end clothesline delivered? 1, 2, and no. Only a 2 count.
Well, I can't take anything away from the talent and the athleticism of the runway. They are, for my money, the best up-and-coming tag team in Pittsburgh today that could be destined to wear any number of tag team championships. Klein Spectre, we talked about his history, 20 plus years in the game. Of course, a long way off though in those 20 years as well, but he's guiding the runway well, and the fashionista Calvin Couture and Mr. Design Tyler Klein with some tandem offense.
Julian, almost a 3 count there, and Joe, I want to say the runway, they're taking their temper out on Devin right now, and the reason being they just recently lost the 2PW Tag Team Championships.
Well, you know the runway though, they always have a plan, and they always love to be the center of attention, and I do believe that championships or not, the runway will find themselves back in the spotlight one way or the other, and it could start tonight.
I think they're doing a really great job at this now. Double splash here, now back over by Couture, and now Mr. Design, Tyler Klein, sends him in the opposite corner, and here comes the runway. Oh, misses him. Devine now goes up the fashion. He said, oh, almost a double collision with the runway now. Turns him around, picks him up, and oh, atomic drop. How's your Olsen twins? Mr. Couture has him up. Oh, another atomic drop. Here they go. Double clothesline. And the King of Men needs to get over and tag his tag partner.
It's an explosion by Devin Devine. That's a game changer.
Flags in the Blitz. QB Blitz now going to town here. Oh my goodness. Look at this powerhouse steaming through everybody here.
Well, Mary Kate, Ashley, and Michelle are all the worse for wear right now.
Good Lord. And right now, big shoulder block. And QB Blitz now just waiting. Has him up. Oh, wait a minute now. The runway trying to stop him here. He's trying to throw both of them guys into the ropes.
Yeah, Jeff got on that top rope. Runway turned things around. And look at chop down the head of the Tri-Kind fraternity.
Wow. Double camera shot, you could say.
Oh,
Shining Wizard.
Yeah! That's some old school Glenn Spectre there.
My goodness, did you see how fast he got that
I've
off?
seen it in many tag title matches, Super Indie tournaments. Let's start look here, Devin Devine interrupts.
Now, didn't they say earlier Devin Devine interrupts that Calvin Couture and...
Well, there goes Calvin Couture and Tyler Klein.
Well, I think they now have to smack everybody in attendance. Guys, how long do you think that's going to take?
We don't have time for that. We're running along as it is. Glenn Spectre and Devin Devine. Are they legal men still? No, it's QB Blitz, right?
Blitz is just waiting. He's waiting for the shot. Oh, my goodness.
And Spectre is down.
Spectre's in
Zach Gowen shores to the outside of the Piscano.
Oh, my God. Did you see the agility of this man? It has him. Right, swing around. Reverse leg breaker. And we go into the top rope.
Here we go. Dare to defy. Live to inspire. Zach Gowen is the first dream.
One, two, three, it's over. Down the bottom, Blitz win. Go ahead, BC. We know you want to talk about this.
What is wrong? I will not go ahead, BC. There was a timeout that Joe Montana of Pitt Fight, he did it. There was a thing. It's not making sense anymore. Stop it. Zach Gowen, most inspirational story in professional wrestling with two of Pittsburgh's all-time great independent standouts, Devin Devine and QB Blitz, and your meal tickets lost. What about the tag rope, Doc? The tag rope.
No, it's more like this. You said Tom Brady and who else? Joe Montana?
Well, and those, that sounds
More
like, yeah.
I was going to say more like Tim Couch and Bobby Brister.
You're Bobby Brister. Hold on. Got a feel-good moment here at Pitt Fight. Zach Gowen, a survivor of childhood cancer, osteogenic sarcoma, claimed his leg, but he's back here at Pitt Fight to support the great cause of St. Jude's Children's Research. I love it. I'm very sad. I hope you're both happy. Doc, are you happy? I'm ecstatic. All right, well, I'm going to be happy as Pitt Fight continues. Cue up this area, a lot more to come. Well, Hank Hudson so astutely stated this was a matchup scheduled to the finish. I think that's a great place to end, DC.
Well, yes, you know, sometimes you're here
but the finish is later, but you can't be now and later. There's no pal next round. And Chase Gowen is nope. I didn't say it correctly. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Lay out, Doc. Chase Gowen! I'm sorry. My ears, they bleed. Chase Gowen is the best smelling man in professional wrestling. And that musk, that scent, that odor just wafts over to us no matter where we are in the building. Doc, you know what that smell is?
I call it Victoria's nightmare.
That's success. And cinnamon. Success gives me a headache and it smells like rolling cheese. Here's one of my favorite athletes, someone who's always down to have a good time. The Bearcat, Keith Haught, former IWC Tag Team Champion with Runway with Colin Delaney. I think, gentlemen, you look at Keith Haught, you think overachiever, makes that positive mental attitude that really gets Keith through the day.
Don't forget, he was also former guys tag team champion with Voxx just recently. And I mean, this crowd is going nuts for the Bearcat. The admiration.
Keith is the nicest, friendliest teddy bear anywhere in pro wrestling, but that makes him vulnerable, BC. Keith has bad luck with friends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he's a sucker. That's why. He can go hug everybody. Are they meowing?
Oh, wait a minute here. We got a little meeting in the minds here. Chase Gowen letting the fans know he's here. I think the crowd's a little bit more behind Keith Haught here.
Is Keith meowing? Well, of course, Bobcat Brawl, 15 athletes entering equally timed intervals, about 60 seconds. Over the top of elimination, the last competitor standing will get a future pit fight championship opportunity. Pinfalls don't count. This is a bad move by Chase Gowen.
Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. How's your chest? Chase Gowen. My goodness. Haught just crushed him with that one.
The answer is caved in.
My goodness. And now, Chase Gowen regretting life right now, and now Keith Haught stomping away on the best-smelling man in professional wrestling, well, so-called. And who is our next competitor?
He smells like Keith's hindquarters now.
Oh, my.
Hindquarters. That means it's blood.
Oh, it's about to get ugly in here, guys. I'm talking about the Midwest Buzzsaw.
I'll tell you what, Doc, you get a look at Miles Monroe, you feel like somebody else is driving. This guy ain't nowhere.
No, he's not, but I will say this. One thing about him, he wants to just compete pretty much in, he's been putting more of his focus on competitive MMA and jiu-jitsu. And now these two exchanging chops left and right, and back and forth they go. I'm going to go take a break out here, though.
I'm going to go on the limb and suggest that Keith Haught has never done MMA.
I'm going to take that wild guess, too, and you can see Miles Monroe already taking advantage of Keith Haught, taking that leg and just working it. And right now, oh, my goodness, stomping on the ankles. And one thing about Miles Monroe, when he finds a target, he just keeps attacking it, and he is showing that right now.
And, to your point, Doc, I don't believe there's anything in the rules that state that Chase Gowen has to stay in the ring the entire time. He's not going to be counted out. Hank Hudson's lost his chair. Chase Gowen stole the 6-time Hall of Famer Hank Hudson's chair.
Poor Hank's chair.
Hank was so confused.
Well, you know what? Hank isn't the best smelling man in the building.
Who is our next competitor?
That was the buzzer. Number 4 coming out.
Who is this? Oh, my. Tyler Voxx.
Is the Appalachian werewolf.
So, wait a minute. We got Bearcats. We have werewolves. We have Chase Gowen, who's kind of like a formula. He just bounces. Is this the WWF? Whatever Miles there is.
Oh my goodness! Did you see the stomp that Voxx just delivered to Monroe? And now taking it to Chase Gowen, has him up. The Appalachian Werewolf swinging him around. Airplane spinning into a stunner. Into a cutter. My goodness! And whoa, wait a minute.
You talked about this relationship, Doc.
Best friends these guys are.
He found a buddy, and BC, will the numbers edge play a factor when it's every man for himself?
It is, but right now, Haught and Voxx taking advantage because they are a tag team, and they are just taking it to Monroe, and here we go.
Well, I've seen Voxx on the road before. I've seen him travel and be mentored by the likes of Ron Mathis, Bruce Gray, very capable veterans, and a little bit out there in their own right, which explains a lot about Tyler Voxx.
And they are just, excuse me, Keith Haught now just stomping away on Miles Monroe, but Chase Gold is staying on the outside, guys, still. And now we have our other competitor, another competitor coming down. Who is this?
Come in fast and furious. Nobody eliminated yet either.
That's right, no elimination yet.
And Miles Monroe in a battle. What's up with Tyler Voxx's boot? He's got like 25% of a John Noir going.
Got a point there. Anthony Young making his way
I think Chase Gowen in the ring, taking advantage of the distraction, assaulting Haught and Voxx, and now it's Gowen and Anthony Young taking advantage. The Sky Prince recently leaving the Money Shot faction in IWC had his problems with Man Down Elijah Dean, and Anthony Young is showing up very focused and determined. Maybe looking to reset his career tonight, BC Steele.
That's very possible. This would be a good way to do it. And I'm going to touch on a point that one of you made. I'm sorry, I'm just listening to myself over here. But nobody's been eliminated. This could go until class on Monday. What are you guys doing at 8 a.m.? Well, I thought I'd be asleep.
I thought I'd be asleep too. Not gonna lie. Right now, suplex by the Sky Prince, and Monroe has just been taking a beating for the last, I'd say, 5 to 6 minutes. My goodness.
Well, we're going to test the resiliency of a lot of these athletes. Obviously, the longest odds are to those who came in first. You drew numbers 1 and 2. You're going to have to go a minimum of 15 minutes to get to the promised land.
And right now, in about 5 seconds, we're going to see who's the next competitor here in our Bobcat Brawl. And my God, this is just insane, guys.
That was the remix, by the way.
I guess we're ready.
And this is the Ebony Sensation.
Sahara, they are going nuts right now.
I like that pump kick. There's Sahara, a lot of energy.
Back elbow delivered by Sahara. Sahara now, my God. The maneuvers that they have.
I've never seen intensity like this on Paris Sahara. Great representative for the LGBT community. Someone who's getting on the road and traveling. New York. Recently made their AAW debut in Chicago. Undefeated there. Paris Sahara is making some major moves.
Now my question, Paris Sahara is going to use all their energy. I mean, we've still got a number of people. Well, and that's what happens. You got to have eyes in the back of your head. Anthony Young ain't going to be taking any of that business.
Well, you got to gain an advantage any way you can. And yet that intensity and aggression on A1, DC Everest was something missing in this game for quite some time. Doc, what's going on the outside?
All I got to say is Chase Gold is right now using our cameraman as pretty much a shield.
Well, Chase Gold is actually a director as well.
A director of what?
How not to smell?
Things. That narrows it down. Number 7 on the way.
And who do we have lined up here? Right now, Sahara's about to throw on A1. Let's go.
Well, we'll see the staying power of the unwilting one. Tatiana has lost quite a bit to get to the end, as all these athletes do. But Tatiana coming in with a lot of spring in their step.
Real spring cleaning here. And Tatiana, the unwilling, off the ropes.
Yeah. And she's tough. She's a Spectre.
I think Tyler Voxx may have thought he made a friend.
That was more like a 3-kick special.
Yeah, there's no friends in professional wrestling.
Well, not your brand of professional wrestling.
No. The three of us aren't friends?
Oh, look at Paris. Look at Paris. I'll answer that later. Look at Paris Sahara.
Kick to the midsection now. Sahara taking it to Tatiana, the unwielded. And now the unwielded in that opposite corner. Keith Haught now got Sahara by the arms. Oh my goodness. Big forearm by Tatiana. Hitting the wrong person now.
Wow, so dangerous in this matchup. There's so many stray arms and legs hitting you from all sides. You can get injured very easily and be on the shelf.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh,
hey! Chase Gold just stole Monroe's moment.
Yes, he did. And he paid for it. That took a big jiu-jitsu kick to the chest.
And that's, gentlemen, that's a legal elimination. That counts.
Oh, God.
Guys, I'm going to hide. I'm behind the...
Christian Noir making his way into the ring now.
Yeah, the mood just changed.
Suddenly got dark and scary there. Oh my goodness, did you see that leg lariat? And now Christian Noir makes business. Throws Tyler Voxx. Goodbye. Good Lord.
The badass from the Bayou is getting some serious damage done in the ring, and the way Noir has exploded into this matchup may make him the immediate odds-on favorite.
So we got 2 down so far eliminated, and right now Keith Haught has their hands busy with Sahara, and right now Christian Noir taking it, getting punched here by Tatiana Young Wilton.
Hey, if Christian Noir comes over here, you guys got my back, right?
No.
Hey, look at Sahara again. Paris is in trouble.
And right now choking Noir in that top rope is A1 Anthony Young, and teaming up with A1 is Tatiana. This is just insane, guys. This is pure insanity.
Paris through the ropes doesn't count as an elimination if Paris hits the floor. But now, number 9.
Number 9. The biggest man in professional wrestling.
You heard that right.
What? Yes. What a sling play by Ron Murphy right now.
I've been attacked.
Big super kick by the biggest man in professional wrestling, and double knee by Murphy to Tatiana. Big clothesline.
Doc, Tyler Voxx just manhandled BC Steel over here.
Well, I think he deserved it. Flying body press by Murphy. My goodness. Did that really just happen?
Deputy Don means serious business. There's an energy and an intensity to the deputy that I haven't seen before.
I was trying to talk about the 7'4" Deputy Don.
What?
7'4"?
Yes.
And they might be off a couple inches there.
Better we didn't get to that part of the conversation. Tatiana in control of Deputy Don. It's Sahara and Noir. It's Keith Haught in the far corner with A1 Anthony Young, and there's still more to come.
My goodness, who's the next competitor? This has just been an all-star. Oh boy, oh no, it's about to get ugly in here. Here comes Brohemoth, and Brohemoth now. My goodness, the Gigabyte Grizzly going nuts. And he is just laughing right now. Oh boy.
They keep getting bigger. They keep getting tougher. And Deputy Don is stepping into the face of Brohemoth.
Now this is a battle of the Titans what we have right now.
Oh, come on. He's going to slam Brohemoth?
He's trying to slam him. I mean, I thought he was the biggest man in professional wrestling. He should be able to get the Gigabyte Grizzly up here.
Does he have one of those Funhouse Carnival mirrors or something?
Well, he didn't have the leverage. See, the way Jupiter is and the angle of it.
Yeah, and the moon's in the 7th house. Give me a break.
And right now, I think Don Murphy just pushed the button on a one-man butt-kicking machine because it is not affecting Brohemoth. And has him, bounces off of him. And Don Murphy in a little bit of trouble.
Tatiana in trouble. Tatiana couldn't hang on Sahara the elimination. She tried as best she could, but Paris plays spoiler, and Brohemoth maybe looking to go on game over on some of these other competitors.
Power slam delivered to Keith Haught from Brohemoth here, and Brohemoth is just going through everybody here. Insane. He's going through everybody here like pretty much he goes through a couple bots and
I think Brohemoth learned some cheat codes for the Bobcat Brawl.
That's elimination.
Keith Haught history.
The hooligan Julian J. And wait a minute.
Yeah, ex-rugby standout Julian J. If rugby's not physical enough for him, you're tough.
Oh my goodness, Don Murphy just seen how tough rugby could be with that big spear from Julian J. The hooligan now.
Oh, Deputy Don in trouble. And he's out of there.
The biggest man in professional wrestling eliminated. So if the biggest man is out of this,
Chase Gold just used Julian J's ball as a weapon. That's 2 points. That's 2 points.
Oh, wait.
Are those points going to come in handy in a Bobcat Brawl? I don't think so.
Sensor the ropes has him, and he just scooped him up and speared him. My goodness.
Overwhelming power by Julian J.
I believe that was another 3 points for Chase Gold.
Not at all. Keep in mind the danger of the Bobcat Brawl. You got to be a certain type of athlete to survive this. And Chase Gold's not one of them.
No! Chase Gold is eliminated, and this place smells a lot better. And Noir on his way out, though. Sahara has him. Sahara doing what they can.
Remember, the winner of the first Bobcat Brawl was Remy LeVay. He got a title shot at Pitt Fight 2. We'll see who has that in their future as well.
On their way to the ring now. No mercy, Zeke Mercer now.
Paris is gone.
Paris is gone, and Zeke Mercer now just pretty much taking it out of Julian J, especially assisted by Brohemoth there in the opposite corner. And now here they go. Double stomp by these two, and Julian J's in a little bit of trouble.
I'll tell you what, Doc, we got some heavy hitters in there between Julian, Brohemoth, Christian Noir, A1. Zeke Mercer is the smallest athlete in the ring. We'll see if Zeke can pack the type of punch that's needed.
We've seen him take out bigger, though, Joe. I mean, my God, Zeke Mercer's been all around the area lately, and he's been getting a lot, just pretty much a lot of momentum outside of the state of Pennsylvania.
Debuting, I believe, in Conard Pro Wrestling in Indiana coming up. A lot of people are talking about Zeke Mercer, and those murmurs and whispers get a little louder with a victory here.
And right now they are just both Brohemoth and Zeke Mercer. If you see here, they're just pretty much a makeshift tag team here, you could say, in this brawl.
Those alliances are very fragile in a match like this when individual glory is at stake.
And speaking of alliances, right now, Iron Mike Bonner, the tag team partner of Julian J, has Zeke Mercer up and just drives him into the mat. And right now, Iron Mike, wait a minute, knee lift by Brohemoth now.
That was a great throw by Bonner, getting underneath Mercer, and now going toe-to-toe with the biggest man in the match.
The Brotherhood now teaming up on Brohemoth, and this is him. Double spear, and Brohemoth now maybe down to his last life.
I love the explosive nature of Mike Bonner, a rookie still in professional wrestling. Jay, from behind, Zeke Mercer just tossed Julian J. That's got to be considered an upset.
Oh, he turns him around, and now goodbye, Zeke Mercer, courtesy of Iron Mike Bonner. Look at the physique on this man.
BC Steel, how about the fight Mike Bonner took to Spencer Slade in IWC a few months ago?
Absolutely, a half a second away from quite possibly the biggest upset that I've seen in a long time. I'll tell you one thing about Iron Mike Bonner. He got the name Iron Mike because it's reminiscent of Iron Mike Tyson, those hard fists.
There are 2 men left to go in the equation. Oh, good Lord.
It's going on. Yeah, it is. Hit the cheese whiz. Here we go.
Oh, you two can whiz off. I'll whiz all over the university.
Man, this crowd has gone bananas for brotherly love.
Dior Castro, the Rocky Balboa of brotherly love. What an inspirational story this will be if he takes the whole thing.
Where's Ivan Drago when you need him?
Oh, stop it. That's not nice. Well, maybe one of the athletes in the ring can play the role of... Where did Dior go? What's happening?
I have no idea where he went. He disappeared. He completely just went poof.
Dior has gone into another dimension.
Well, the master of invisibility. I don't like Brotherly Love.
Brotherly
Why?
Love.
What did they do to you?
Pretty much Brotherly Love right now is a trio, and these guys are always making sandwiches out here.
And Brotherly Love will be in a hell of a tag team matchup later tonight. Fans bring the accessories. BC, you picked on Brotherly Love since they formed.
Yes.
Say nothing to you.
Yeah, they're going to make sandwiches. Hey,
I like food.
Can one of you go get me a whole wheat on rye? How about that? Since we're going to be talking about sandwiches and...
Who wants a whole wheat on rye? They have Philly cheesesteaks here.
I just want to know where Dior went to. I mean, he is the meat leader of the sandwich makers here.
Hopefully he went home.
Well, that's what he refers to himself as. What are you going to say? Maybe he went home. That's a long drive to Philly.
15th and final entrant is about to make their way to the ring, and if you thought things were weird before, we're going to take things to a new level. Chesterfield's here.
Chest flexor making his way to the ring. That's one half of the sexy town. That's right, the SPBs.
Chest flexor, a rich history here in Pitt fight and throughout the area. A veteran of some 15 plus years, and Chest flexor has the best odds in the bunch on paper to win this. They're going to get a title shot, BC.
Absolutely, and known to our Italian fans as Chesterfield Flexorino, very big in the Italian landscaping industry. Landscaping and shuttlecockery.
What?
Which actually may be a class here.
Are you just making up? Are you mad living right now?
Shuttlecockery?
Yeah, he told me earlier. That makes sense.
And now Flexor locking up with Iron Mike Bonner and just pretty much clawing the eyes.
Flexor's the only person to come into a Bobcat brawl or rumble of any sort and take collar and elbows the strategy.
And wait a minute now. Noir's behind him, and wait, Chest Flexor now trying to hold on, and
Flexor barely got out of the blocks.
Wait a minute.
I think he just set a record. He's got the Bushwhacker Luke of Pit fight record.
That was what, 5 seconds? Maybe, but I think maybe 15. Maybe 15. Let's give it up.
The international shuttlecockery team is not going to appreciate this at all.
Stop saying shuttlecockery. It's weird.
Yeah, it is very weird. I feel awkward. But we got 4 corners, 4 competitors, and they are no slouch, folks. That's right. A1 Anthony Young, Iron Mike Bonner, Brohemoth, and Christian Noir. But where's Dior Castro?
Well, that's another great question. It's going to get awkward for at least one or more of these men. And
I think they all are jumping Brohemoth here, and Brohemoth in a little bit trouble. Wait a minute, look at the power of Brohemoth! My goodness, I call that one a fatality in its own right.
Listen, if you're not going to get rid of Brohemoth now, you may never get rid of Brohemoth. That's where you need the strength in numbers. If you don't neutralize Brohemoth now, I don't know if any one man in the ring now or who's been in the ring all night that can control him.
Brohemoth now just complete control, guys, as everybody in the opposite corner is. Splashes for everybody. Here he goes in. Noir moving out of harm's way. And Brohemoth hit his head right on that turnbuckle. Here comes Bonner. Big European uppercut. Here comes Noir. Flying forearm. Here comes A1. And an O, big clothesline. Flying clothesline, excuse me. And Brohemoth can barely stand, guys.
And this is a smart strategy right now. I mean, this is, to Joe's point, this is what you got to do. You got to take the biggest dog in the fight and get him out of there.
But we'll see how these fragile egos can coexist. So far, so good. Are they going to dump him?
They're going to try to dump him. If they get both their feet up, that might be it. But right now, Brohemoth trying to keep his right foot still on there. He's holding those ropes in again.
Oh, but they had Brohemoth off balance. They had him off balance and near the ropes. That was their best shot to get it, but it wasn't enough. Brohemoth has he's found a new light. Low bridge. Brohemoth hangs on.
Mike Bonner thought he outsmarted him, but oh, wait a minute. Brohemoth's on the most dangerous place you can be in one of these matches, and oh my goodness, Anthony Young using himself as a human battery ram and taking out Brohemoth
with a thud to the floor.
And right now, Bonner's calling on A1. A1's ready for him, though. Off the ropes he goes. Catches him in midair, though. Bonner catches him. Look at the power of Iron Mike Bonner. Has him up. A1 power slammer elimination here. Big drop kick by A1 Anthony Young. But wait a minute, Bonner's on the outside.
A1 doing a great job of that leg strike to counter the power slam. Then the bullet sticks into the drop kick, and we are down to 2, gentlemen.
We are down to 2, that's right. We have A1 Anthony Young and, of course, Christian Noir. My goodness, the winner of this now gets a title shot, am I correct?
They will get a future title opportunity at one would assume to be the winner of Gory and Ron Hunt, unless one of them decided to find a tag team partner. We'll crown tag team champions tonight as well.
All right, guys, if you were a betting man, who would you put your money on?
I'm not a betting man. Stop trying to get in on the action. I'll give you 3-1 odds.
No, listen. I played $20 once at a penny slot and went to Denny's.
I know what I am. You want to make turn 20 into 50. I know a guy.
Wait, A1's on the apron. Let's get focused here because A1 was a couple of inches away from elimination. Christian Noir pressing the advantage. A1 is at the bar.
And Christian Noir is the winner. He's done it. But wait a minute. Why isn't the bell rung?
Christian Noir has outlasted all these other competitors. Oh no. No, Dior Castro! Dior Castro! There goes Dior Castro!
Now Christian Noir is your winner.
Yeah!
Christian Noir, the winner of the
As Hank just said, Christian Noir winner. But you know what? Dior Castro, he was second place. And who's going to remember second place? He just broke the chest flexor record.
That was a 0.3 seconds. I mean, he came out onto the ring and then went after Christian Noir. Eyes in the back of his head. And again, look at this man. Very scary. He can have eyes anywhere. Well, congratulations to him.
Christian Noir will be watching closely, you gotta believe, when the Ram Ron Hunt challenges New Age Greg Corey. And with a chill in the air, Christian Noir outlasts 14 other competitors. And who knows, BC, before long, he could be representing Pitt Fight as our champion.
Absolutely. He could be the new Pitt mascot.
The Pitt, well, Bruiser's the mascot.
Are you kidding me?
Well, maybe that could be on the line as well.
More action still to come on Pitt Fight. Well, I'll tell you what, gentlemen, there's some big shoes to fill. You're going to work to wrestling and call yourself Big Rig. But the man that I know of as the sexy fireman doesn't seem to be in too much of a jovial dancing mood here tonight. Jason Tyler has got himself in fantastic shape. He's dropped a ton of weight. And I think tonight he's looking at a big statement in what could be making a rear victory, gentlemen.
Jason Tyler, what can I say about this guy, Joe? I mean, what a change from the sexy fireman we saw that we've seen. But this man right here, he has something to prove. It is now tonight for teacher versus student. And I'm talking about his teacher making his way to the ring right now. The guy who likes to have a lot of fun. Sometimes a little too much fun. I'm talking about the one, the only Andrew Palace.
Step. I think Palace has watched too many of those Geico motorcycle insurance commercials, or Palace is trying to get himself in the right frame of mind because Andrew Palace had a rough few weeks personally, and I don't think Andrew Palace really is ready to talk about it. I don't know that we should talk about it. The bottom line is that Andrew Palace is focused and he's at home when he's in the ring, and he's going to need every bit of focus he can find because Jason Tyler is far from a pushover.
Wow, he just kicked the hand away of his former student, Jason Tyler. He says, I know better than that. I knew you.
Well, I mean, do any of us really know Jason Tyler, Doc? Because it seems like the Jason Tyler of 6 months ago is long gone, and what we've seen is a completely different demeanor that's emerged. How do you think this demeanor has affected Tyler's success in ring?
I think it's affected him very well, and I mean, this man has been, like I said, he said he personally gets tired of being a joke, and right now, with that standing up, it didn't even affect him. But one thing I I will say, sometimes he just lets his opponent get into his head, and just lately, he just wants to do nothing but just full-out brutality. I have seen many people fall away from that ring right there. That's right, that ring, and it's been, what can I say, exhilarating to see.
Well, I mean, BC Steel, I know you've been very critical of Jason Tyler in the months past, but how do you feel this more serious demeanor is going to treat Jason Tyler tonight and potentially moving forward?
Well, it's certainly going to advance his career. There's a time for fun and games, and then there's a time for kicks and fists. And right now, if he wants to overtake his trainer, he's going to have to focus on kicks and punches.
Tyler missing right there, what a agility. Arm drag by Palace. And right now, the bed rig, he's getting a little bit frustrated already. Kicking the turnbuckles, he needs to focus. And that's right, that man standing across the ring, Andrew Palace.
Well, as good as Tyler is, and as good as he will be, he's not going to be quicker than Andrew Palace. And Palace may have taught Tyler everything Tyler knows, but I don't think Palace has taught Tyler everything that Palace knows. He's still got many, many tricks up his sleeve, and Palace loves to play with your head. And if Tyler's coming in a little too angry and a little too upset with himself or his past or whatever the case is, Palace is going to exploit it because Palace can get you off your game.
And right now, this crowd getting behind Andrew Palace here. See about to lock it up here, and now they're locking it up. The big ring now trying to take advantage, but wait a minute, headlock by Palace. Andrew Palace now getting sent into the ring by Tyler. And right now, Jason Tyler is saying, no way, you're not going to budge me. Goes again, what a agility by Big Rig, and an arm drag, and another one. And right now, Jason Tyler taking advantage, has him up. Body slam and a beauty.
And a deep, deep series of arm drags. Jason Tyler getting the most out of every single offensive maneuver. Drops that thick leg as well. Tyler is just wearing away at Andrew Palace with...
Oh my goodness, he paused on that one. Yeah. Now he came down with some thunder and only a one count. ACJ sensation.
It's a ferocity of offense from Jason Tyler. Not letting Palace think. Not letting Palace in directions. Palace finds it open at that time.
Oh my goodness, what a forearm by Palace there. Another one to the back of the head. And he's showing Tyler right now why he was the veteran. Andrew Palace in control here. Hey, wait, Tyler's slow to get up. He's on that one knee. And oh my goodness. One thing about Jason Tyler, he's coming.
2 count.
Only a 2 count.
Well, I mean, yeah, Tyler keeps coming, but you can say the same about Palace. Palace, much like a couple of other athletes we talked about, he has no quitting. And Palace has had just everything you can think of, professionally and personally, thrown in his face throughout his career, but still a multiple-time champion everywhere he's been.
And right now, he is just showing it. He's taking out on Jason Tyler. Jason Tyler in that opposite corner now, slow to get up, but then again, when you take a beating from Andrew Palace, you don't know where you're at. And, there's a nice plated chop serve. We're going to have another one here. Oh, we're going for another one. He didn't like that one. I heard that one. Good Lord.
Palace is deceptively physical and a deceptively strong striker. And that's part of the danger of judging a book by its cover. Palace is lethal when he's in the zone, BC Steel, is he not?
Well, he definitely is. You know, once he gets to that certain level, you see guys kick it up a notch. Oh, wait a minute.
Cover here, 2 count only.
You'll see guys kick it up a notch. Palace is one of the only guys that can really take it to the level that he's willing to take it to. But you have to think Jason Tyler knows that, does he not?
He definitely knows that. I mean, if you think about it, this man's training. Joe said it earlier. He hasn't shown him everything. But right now, he is slow to get up. Andrew Palace now, wait a minute. Now shots in the midsection. Now one big right hook to the jaw there. And Tyler trying to come back here. Jason Tyler, a little bit of trouble. Has him up. Flips him over. And now Palace now locking in. Oh my goodness. Has the arms locked in. And he's starting to stretch Big Rig here. Could it be enough for a tap out?
Well, almost a seated version of an abdominal stretch supplies pressure on the intercostals and cartilage between the rib cage. And I think it would behoove Andrew Palace to stretch this matchup along. He's carrying less body weight than Jason Tyler, and now Tyler carrying Palace's body weight as well. Tyler trying to will himself to his feet. And needs some explosive offense. Now Palace still going to keep getting shut down. Check this out.
Big body slam by Andrew Palace. Look at the power. Picking up a stand the size of Jason Tyler and just driving him into the mat. My goodness. And now this crowd getting behind Andrew Palace. All he wants to do is have fun, but like we said earlier, a little bit more of a serious demeanor when it comes to Andrew Palace.
You cannot write off any of these athletes. It's about Palace, but Tyler got the knees up. Palace went high risk, and Tyler sensed an opening.
And there's the mistake of having that energy that you see Palace have sometimes. Focuses a little bit too much on some outside influences.
Now, we have seen Tyler try to play Palace's game with that frenetic offense. We have seen Palace play Tyler's game and overpower. It has been a chess game back and forth. But it's the Spasmanian Devil now, creating distance, and with distance often comes opportunity.
Often comes opportunity, and Tyler taking opportunity right now and taking out the Spasmanian Devil, you could say. Right here now to that second row has him, and now just pounding away on the back of Andrew Palace, trying to take anything he can out of him. And right now, trying to stop the momentum, and Price can do that. My goodness, Tyler just drove Palace right into the mat.
You can see where Palace landed nearly 3/4 of the way or more across the ring. Palace is motionless, but it took so much out of the large frame of Tyler as well. Whoever gets to their feet first, a decided advantage and perhaps a path to victory.
My goodness, both competitors slow to get up. I mean, it's been a back and forth contest, Joe, but I gotta ask you this. My goodness, when it comes to advantage, definitely speed with Andrew, but I will say, Big Rig does have the power.
Well, will that power be as effective as the gas tank approaches E on Jason Tyler, who's still showing he's got a lot left?
Oh my goodness, Rose, he's going for that elbow, but he missed it. Big shoulder block by the Big Rig. That elbow, and right now Tyler getting fired up here. Just there's a bionic elbow, and right now in trouble is Andrew Palace.
Flip, flop, and fly did not meet its mark the first time, did the second. Tyler lasers Palace, and all of that weight, all of that mass sandwiches Andrew Palace in the corner, and now a second time.
Momentum has been taken from the Spasmanian Devil, and right now, off the ropes, and oh, wait a minute, Palace with a big kick. Says, no, here we go. This is why I'm the teacher, you understand? But no! Spinebuster delivered double A style by Big Rig Jason Tyler. 1, 2, and no! So close. That was a millimeter away of being a 3 count.
Notice, gentlemen, the fatigue setting in on Jason Tyler did not allow a full body press, did not get the full body contact Tyler needed on the cover, and landed the only thing that saved Andrew Palace.
Well, you know, I got a point I want to make. Now, student versus teacher, do you ever think there was a time where Palace just got so upset, and maybe Jason Tyler got so upset, and he just wanted to, just take this,
maybe he wanted to Saito suplex him, then counter from the viscous lariat, and another offensive explosion, the shotgun jump hit by Palace.
My goodness, just dropped him right in the corner there, now Tyler in trouble, has him up.
Oh, look at this string! Look at this!
Welcome to Death Valley, Big Rig, 1, 2, only a 2 count. My goodness.
Well, gentlemen, one question on my mind would be if Palace could lift up Tyler for the hernia driver. We have our answer now, but we may not get there. A pile driver instead.
this could be it.
Drove him right to the ground, too. Only a 2 count. That pile driver, I mean, he spiked his head right off that mat.
That came from deep in the center of the Mid-South Coliseum, but it wasn't enough.
And right now, he's arguing with the referee. He's trying to say it was a 3 count, but no, that was only a 2. Andrew Palace cannot believe it.
Almost a frantic desperation for Palace, knowing the dangers of Jason Tyler and wanting to finish this thing as quickly as possible. It could be gut check time here, BC Steel.
Well, absolutely. This is that level that I talked about earlier that Palace is going to have to go to. Not a lot of guys have it in them. Palace definitely does. Oh, he's going for it again.
Big body drop reversal by Big Rig. Jason Tyler needs this momentum. He needs something here to gain back. And this is him. And spin around clothesline. That could be it right there, folks. A lot of impact. 2 and no. Only a 2 count. My God. Look at the expression on Tyler's face right now, guys. He can't believe it.
Well, when an object is in motion of that size, there's only a few ways to stop it, and that body-on-body impact, that smack, that thud, it can be felt throughout this hall here at University of Pittsburgh-Greensburg. Planted Palace, but not enough for 3. The resolve of the Spasmanian Devil is very apparent as he and Tyler now battle at least to a knee.
On one knee, and they are punching each other left and right. Here we go. Palace with 1. Here goes Big Rig. He sees, now he's going to go ahead and Spasmanian Devil. Going to go ahead and use a couple headbutts there.
A striking game would favor Jason Tyler in my estimation, but this late in the bout, it's Palace's resiliency that may shine through.
And Saguri, but it didn't take Tyler off his feet. I'll give him that. Oh, big super kick. And that didn't take Palace off his feet. Both of these guys throw what they can at each other but the kitchen sink. Swing around, drops him. Could be it right here. Big Rig in control. This could be it. We could be seeing an upset here. He's at Palace. And Wheeler rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Palace wins. Palace wins.
Well, very smart defensive counter as Andrew Palace slipped out the back door, got that sunset flip, got that roll up. And Andrew Palace doesn't just win, gentlemen, he survives a very arduous test.
My God, Jason Tyler, he really had to bring it tonight here to fight it. He did. And then he's taking on his teacher, and my God, if I'm Andrew Palace, I'm pretty proud of my student. I mean, what a hell of a match.
Well, I think Jason Tyler showed a lot of aggression, a lot of focus, and showed that he's the best version of himself moving forward, win or lose. Your thoughts, BC?
Yes, certainly an impressive showing. And this might be one of those things that Jason Tyler can look at and say, my night, my career changed on this night. Almost beat a man that's been a champion, that's been the top dog in Pittsburgh.
And Palace has not left. And a most aggressive pickup of Jason Tyler.
Oh, do it. Hit him.
What are we going to see here?
Hit him.
A show of respect between Palace, Tyler, teacher, and student, and you give it up for both of these guys.
They're arguing over who respects the other more.
Oh, yeah, respect. Why don't we all just get in a circle and hug?
Yeah, why are you so sarcastic? You're not just wrong everybody like you do and cheat, manipulate.
Well, it's very effective.
Andrew Palace, your winner, and still a lot more to come. Your Pitt fight graduation. Well, as if the night wasn't chaotic enough, gentlemen, 4-way tag team title matchup, Couture rules, which means very, very lax tagging. And I believe this is a fans bring the accessories match.
No, that would be this one.
Okay, that's later on. Well, here are two men who use their hands as weapons. Crosshairs Kelly and Pac the Bruiser, both at a combined weight of well over 600 pounds. Bruiser is a huge hunk of man, and it's Crosshairs Kelly who's guiding him forward as an evil mind behind the muscle. This team has been up and down the Midwest, OVW, Ohio, Pennsylvania. I know you've seen them a lot, Doc, and they keep getting better by the month.
Yes, they are. They are right now. They have 3 tag team championships under their belt right now. WrestleMania, New Ohio, and RCW. What would it be like to have Pitt here tonight?
We have
It's good that they have good Bud 1 and good Bud A so we can identify them. Ladies and gentlemen, Cheech and Chong's favorite tag team of all time, the Good Buds.
Johnny Black and Preston Everest have some similar hobbies. They're both a couple of daredevils and risk takers, and they also cool down and relax kind of the same way as well. And we'll see if that chill, laid-back attitude can lead to tag team glory for the very first time here in Pitt Fight.
Current Prospect Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions defeating Runways BC Steel, the Runway. Why you gonna, Joe, pick it for me? It's just facts.
Well, they have the championship to prove their success. They have the momentum on their side, but will it be a detriment having already competed earlier in the ever dangerous Bobcat Brawl? We'll find out as the match presses on.
Talking about big facts out here. I don't want to hear any of that. Big man, you got Iron Mike Bonner, you got Warhorse. It was just going to be one hell of a contest, guys. I can't even tell you. I feel bad for the referee. This guy to contain these guys, especially these guys making their way to the ring right now.
And now for the finally 520 pounds. Here from Gary Maine, the Bruiser, Conard, and the Brotherhood forever. The Destroyer, Payton Land, together. They are 10.
Graham and Conard making their way to the ring. Now these guys right here, what can I say? You have a pretty much
Hey, get away from Conard!
I was going to say, Matt Conard and Reaper and the Destroyer, Payton Graham making their way to the big guys right there. 20 years of veteranship on one team.
Well, Doc, would you consider the Reaper and the Destroyer your odds-on favorite this match?
I don't know.
Stop with the bet. Get your action out of here.
No more betting, please. Seriously, I want to keep what I make.
I thought you were setting me up there.
I will bet you $20 that you can't go the rest of the night without making another wager.
I will say this, guys. I got the honor of meeting the good buds backstage. They're really nice. They gave me some gummy bears here.
Oh, how many did you take?
I didn't eat any yet.
Okay.
My son wants them. I didn't give them yet.
That's maybe not a good idea, but when they kick in, let me know. I'll take it.
No.
Go ahead. Let me know how that goes.
Why do you hate children? Stop doing that.
I was being supportive. Okay, well, Johnny Patch, starting out with Julian J. BC Steel. No one's going to take a bet. What do you have an odds-on favorite in your mind?
Well, I mean, you mentioned the veteranship of Death and Destruction. I mean, Warhorse is winning tag team titles all over the place. The Good Buds might be the most in common tag team with one another. And we've got the Brotherhood that currently have tag team titles as well. So I'm going to say that each team has a 25% chance, and I think those are good odds.
All right, it took us like 5 minutes to get to nothing. Thank you. Julian J. Now backing Johnny Patch into the corner and a tag made. It's so problematic, Doc. In a normal tag team matchup, you can cut the ring off at a time pop loose and keep your opponent in your grasp and take advantage. That can't happen here. Lucha rules, Patch rolls to the outside. Legally, anybody can take his place.
I mean, Mike Bonner was trying to pick him up for that power slam. Oh, wait, here comes the peak performer, less than Everest. And the Canadian native now has Johnny Patch. Johnny Patch now picks him up and just slams Mike Bonner on the ground. Double team effort here, and there we go. Oh my goodness. They like to call that one the 420. 4 sets of legs, and ouch.
And that would be, what does the 20 mean?
Toes. Oh, did you, Joe, did you just say hypotenuse? Are you going to pull out the Pythagorean theorem next?
No, do you not know what a hypotenuse is?
I know we're in a school, but
Death and Destruction. Oh my goodness. He just shocked Preston Everest. I mean, just took a shot to him, and he's just shaking. Oh my goodness.
Preston is convulsing in pain over the impact of that shot.
he's going to need to get some of those gummy bears back.
Yeah, he's going to need some self-medication by the end of the night.
And right now, did you see the blind tag by Crosshairs Kelly on the Reaper? I don't think he even noticed. Graham has him up and just drives Everest to the ground. Now, referee's got in count here, 2 and only a 2 count.
And let's point out as well that traditional tags, even the blind variety, are still counting in this matchup. The lucha rules, of course, in Mexico, the trios matches that are very famous throughout the decades, to keep the action quicker. Oftentimes, one man slides out, another slides in. That's the formula here, but you don't have to do it that way. Check out the double team by Death and Destruction.
Modified heart attack now, senton by Graham, rolls up by Conard, 1, 2, and only a 2 count. Patrick's coming in for the save, guys. But Death and Destruction now showing in, proving their name.
Well, Conard's always been intimidating, and just that cold saunter to the ring sets the tone for the pain and misery that Matt Conard brings with him.
And there's a reason they call him the Reaper, and it's places like that, and off the rips he goes. Double team effort again by Graham and Conard, and we gotta say, the Reaper and Graham, they're just going to town on Preston Everest here. My God.
We saw some Haught Foundation, we saw some Midnight Express, but look like navigating past the Bruiser, who's at least, 330, 350, who barrels over both men.
My God, did you see that? Just hit him like a big powder keg. Flying body press and took them both got the destruction out here. And right now, in the ring is Graham. And oh boy, Warhouse now showing why they hold multiple tag championships in multiple areas. And with a forearm by Crosshairs Kelly. Getting Graham a little wobbly, now down to one knee. And a little bit of trouble here.
Doc Kelly's what, 6'3" or 4", 260? You don't appreciate his size standing next to Pat the Bruiser. He does some serious damage in his own right.
My God, he's doing it right now though. He's taking the arm, he's working the arm. But Payton Graham has him up. Good toss him in that opposite corner now. He's in the opposite corner now. On the outside, you see the Brotherhood and the Good Budz. They're kind of mixing it up here. I feel bad for the ref. He has a lot to contain here. And speaking of containing, you ain't containing Pat the Bruiser right now. Big boot by Crosshairs Kelly. Holds him up. 1, 2, and only a 2 count.
Well, Warhouse has the most miles traveled out of anybody in this tag team matchup. To me, that gives them a distinctive advantage. They utilize their size so well. They're not lumbering one-dimensional big men. They're athletic, they're agile, and they're very cerebral as well. Warhouse, the firm advantage over Payton Graham, who's 260 in his own right, but doesn't look next to Pat the Bruiser.
And the Bruiser just picking up the destroyer, as he likes to refer to himself, and now picking up his own tag team partner, Crosshairs Kelly, and just, my goodness, Crosshairs Kelly was just body slammed on the Graham. 1, 2, Pat the Bruiser. I would not mess with Pat the Bruiser. And right now, Conard getting in and breaking it up, and here we go. Mayhem at its finest.
And the master of Mayhem rules, Payton Graham, is the only one out of the fight right now. This thing has completely broken down. The tag titles at stake. DC, who's legal?
The guy, well, no, they're on the same team.
The guy with the hair?
I have a 1/8 chance of getting this. We're going to have the numbers again, are we?
Well, there'll be 2 legal men. Something with the hypotenuse.
Well, right now, all that's left in the ring is the
Technically, the Brotherhood are legal. Mutual rules, but Julian J doesn't want to fight his own tag team partner. He wants to fight the world. And Conard!
Suicide dive!
Why wouldn't you want to fight your own? Sometimes you got to punch your partner in the face. Come here. And sometimes you got to do a tope con hero and wipe everybody out.
He just took everybody, and what I can't believe is that Iron Mike Bonner, a man the size that he is, just that agility up and over those ropes. I have not seen that from Iron Mike Bonner. My goodness.
The ones that are looking the best right now are death and destruction. They're not taking any of this punishment.
No, they're getting out of harm's way, but wait a minute, Patches.
Oh no. Well, Johnny Patch is a daredevil. He loves life on the edge. He's a thrill seeker extraordinaire. And Johnny Patch, Dr. Dale, gonna strike again.
Oh my God! He just took them all out.
Holy horror moonsault by Johnny Decent as he just sends it to the floor.
And when it comes to pit fight, nobody gets higher than Johnny Patch.
And guys, I have to point this out. The Reaper of that corner sneaking up and that big boot pretty much drop kicked him right in the ribs, and now the crowd getting a little upset here. Johnny Patch was going for something else now.
Patch was looking for an encore, but took one too many chances, and Matt Conard now may end Johnny Patch.
Oh my God, he has him a suplex to the outside. Oh my God, he just took everybody out with that. Holy shnikes!
All right, I'll throw it to you guys. Hey, guys, who's legal? Yeah, nobody can throw on the outside, Tom.
I'm going to let the crowd handle this, guys, because they are describing what this match... Oh my God, I cannot believe there's bodies everywhere.
This match is sensory overload. It's action and adrenaline personified all over the place. But the question is, who's going to get up first? Who's even going to be able to continue?
I'm going to say it's going to be Preston Everest and Payton Graham.
Oh, pretty good, FBC.
See, I can see stuff and say things.
Couldn't do without you.
Preston Everest now has it. Oh, and DDT applied. That could be it. The peak performer rolls it, hits a leg, 2 and no. Only a 2 count. And Preston Everest, he wants that gold. He wants that Pit Fight Tag Team Championship.
I asked Preston Everest, what are your goals? He said, I'm here for...
Oh, spear by Julian J. And the hooligan has it. 1, 2, no!
Preston Everest's new goal is to repair his cracked rib cage after that huge intensity of the spear of Julian J.
And I asked Preston Everest earlier, I said, what are your goals here this evening? He said, I'm here for one reason, the money and the gold.
Oh, first neck breaker by Crosshairs Kelly. What brutality that was. But again, it's Warhorse, so expected more. And oh, the Reaper. Conard making the save just in the nick of time. One thing about these matches, guys, you have to save. You can't just save your partner. You have to save your opponent.
Yeah, you have to look out for your own interests. It is one fall to a finish here. You got to have your head on a proverbial swivel.
My goodness, Johnny Patch just delivered that right to the face of Iron Mike Bonner, who thinks he's back in the Hill District. What agility. Here comes Patch. Patch comes shooting around and just lands it. That's it right there. 1, 2, and no. Broken up by pretty much everybody in the match.
I firmly believe that would have been it, if not the interruption. That huge sidewalk slam, black hole slam, call it what you will, had the Bruiser landing on you en masse, roped in the end, and 99 times out of 100. But this is the exception. This is the tag team titles. This is Pit Fight.
My God, they are getting up right now. Everybody's trying to get to their feet here. Slow to get up to their feet. I don't blame them. This is war, folks, and we're seeing it live right here tonight in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Everybody just going to town on each other. Punches left and right, you name it. Reaper has crossed. Kelly's in the corner now.
It's a free-for-all. It's a war of attrition. Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to survive?
Right now, left in the ring is the Brotherhood and Death of Destruction. And here we go. And now Conard and Graham trying to attack, but here goes Iron Mike Bonner now to his partner's rescue.
Yeah, interesting to me that they isolated Julian J. We're going to take them out, but now it's Graham and Bonner legal.
Right now, I tell you what, the Destroyer and Graham get that patented DVD on one of these gentlemen in this ring, it's going to be over. Right now, back Conard.
This could be a double team.
It's over. Wait a minute now, Conard has it. Oh my goodness! What would you call that?
I'd call it effective. That gory special into the jawbreaker, and Johnny Patch could sense it was it. He had to fight for his own interests, and Patch now going balls to the wall as Everest taking a chance.
Oh, the big performer! The body press into that reverse neckbreaker from Patch. Here we go, the Good Budz. 1, 2, no!
Well, the Good Budz are channeling their best Motor City machine guns, but it wasn't enough to keep the Destroyer down. Action presses on.
I tell you, Everest took about a half a second, and that made all the difference right there.
Oh! Johnny Patch throws to the outside, and his leg caught Crosshairs Kelly on the way down.
Wait a minute now. Brotherhood family over everything, and they're showing that right now. Double teaming the peak performer. 1, 2, and no. Crosshairs broken up, plus Everest was able to kick out of that one. I can't believe it.
Bodies are strewn everywhere. This is how much Pit Fight means. These young athletes, a major career boost. Huge momentum comes for one team tonight.
I mean, right now, Warhorse and the Brotherhood left in that ring, and they are back and forth. And Mike Bonner showing that boxing background again. What a striker he is. And now, says Warhorse that Warhorse now with the reversals in and clothesline for everyone.
Huge impact. A devastating shot from Warhorse, who may be looking to put their own exclamation point on things.
Hits it. 1, 2, 3. They got a chance.
From the beginning, I told you it's going to be Warhorse. That was my pick. I was right. I know wrong. You're both stupid. I don't recall any of that. But I do think there's a lot of smart money. If you haven't bought in on the Warhorse stock now, do it, because it's nothing but up from here.
All I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, Warhorse going more
ice right now. And the question is there a team in Pitt fight, or out of Pitt fight for that matter, that can stop the Brohemoth on a roll? And the trophy case got a little more crowded. And no matter who can thrive in the years ahead as Pitt fight tag team champions, that is historic. First name on the list will always read Warhawks.
Well, one thing I've learned from knowing you, BC Steel, it's always dangerous when certain people accessorize. And it's going to get even worse because fans bring the accessories, everything's legal, and again, I sound like a broken record, but it's going to keep getting more and more chaotic as we go on because there's a certain team in this matchup that I don't feel comfortable sharing a building with anytime.
Well, I'm guessing you mean a team that has the ability to make people disappear.
Well, one thing I'll say about this duo, they have similar taste in weaponry, both brandishing those kendo sticks made of stiff bamboo. And I know that Bell has an extensive judo background. I know that Braun is a powerhouse in every sense of the word. They don't need weapons or accessories or anything of that nature, but they will liberally use it if they have the opportunity.
Yes, one thing about Stevie LaBelle, he is not afraid to use that kendo stick. I have seen him take out characters like Philip Archer, even his own friend Jamie Jameson. I have seen so much usage with that kendo stick. Oh my goodness.
And you know what? No remorse from him when he does it either.
No, none at all. And speaking of no remorse, are you hearing this crowd right now for Thick Vic Braun?
Well, Vic isn't exactly a people person. He's got kind of a surly disposition.
Yeah, I kind of know. He threw me earlier when I tried to ask him a couple questions.
He's got that toxic masculinity. And speak, you're anything but. Why are you laughing?
He threw him!
Like you've never been jostled. You all right? Watching at home who were unaware, during our live intermission, the fire alarm went off and the building had to evacuate. And when the fire truck showed up, the Gambinos instinctively headed for the hills because anytime there's sirens or flashing lights, the Gambinos know what's in their future. And it could be a very auspicious future for one or more of these teams. It's a Gambino specialty, but they are very much the away team of the crowd. What is in that description that's wrong here? Let me count the ways. I guess as long as they like whiz, it's okay. Well, you did it during intermission. Why not?
Well, I'll say this. They've made some history here in Pittsburgh. They're the only team from Philadelphia to be cheered.
That is very true. That's not easy to come by. It's almost as weird as being cheered from Cleveland.
Oh, you got a point there. You can see the eye calling out both tag teams. One thing I hope that Ricky understands is this. Brotherhood Love has to understand one thing. Horseman Inc. and the Gambinos, they know each other. So these guys are, oh boy.
Brotherly Love are fearless. And they're those two scrappy guys who are outmanned, outsized, but they'll still get right in your face and flip you the bird to show they have pride and show they're tough, and they're willing to take a beating to stand up for what they believe in. And it's Vic Braun and nice guy Mickey Gambino collide. Gambino's most decorated tag team in Pittsburgh wrestling over the past 2 decades. I believe 5 or 6 times are WC Tag Team Champions.
Brotherly Love, though, did you see that? A little bit of a miss out there, and the double drop kick to both LaBelle and Gambino, and Brotherly Love in control now is flying European uppercut and also pretty much a back elbow. And right now, Brotherly Love are the only ones standing.
It is Cliff Klepto brandishing the baseball bat, Ricky Dawkins by his side, but it's going to be a lot harder than that to win an accessories match, which basically means all objects are legal.
We got tennis rackets, we got a ball bat, and Marshall Gambino with the one thing you don't want to see in his hand, a steel chair.
Trust me, there are more than one thing I don't want to see in the hands of Marshall Gambino, but it may be one of the most unforgiving. But check out Brotherly Love, right away with this thing, center of the ring.
Picks him up, and Liz driver. Oh my goodness. That was right across the noggin of Dawkins, and another one, and Marshall Gambino beating him like he owes him money.
And that's a receipt.
Oh my God.
You do not embarrass the Gambinos. You don't run up the Gambinos without the wrath of Marshall Gambino, who gentlemen and Vic Braun now unloading on the outside. Marshall's been legitimately upset since the dad met.
Oh my God, wait a minute. Now just walloped Klepto with that chair.
And that chair is dented. It's permanently disfigured. Imagine what the human anatomy looks like.
Well, I guess Stevie LaBelle, Vic Braun, Marshall, and Mickey Gambino are going to be saying, yo home, smell you later to Brotherly Love.
Guys, they're going up in the bleachers. And, oh my goodness. Now, his buddies over here having their way with Cliff Klepto.
Cliff is getting absolutely brutalized by LaBelle and Braun, and Marshall is taking Ricky wherever he damn well pleases.
My God, this is just... I thought the first tag team match was better. This is insane. This is what you call pro wrestling right here. This is what you call just a riot.
Yeah, this is a riot.
I'm sorry, an incident.
It's a mugging. It's an assault. It's whatever nomenclature you want to use. And I love it.
Something just happened over here. I didn't get to see it, guys, but this crowd's going nuts.
Well, stay away from Marshall, because he has no friends, no matter how much you like what he's doing. Marshall will turn on you at the drop of a dime. He's caused fan riots before.
I mean, I've been a witness. I've been calling that when it happened. Yes, the cops have been called when the Gambinos, but right now, the police might have to come back, because right now, Cliff Klepto just, oh my goodness, there's no Brotherly Love left with Cliff Klepto. My goodness, Cliff Klepto just got his, well, Cojones ring, and he hits the steel post there.
We have remnants of Brotherly Love all over this building. But look at Ricky Dawkins. Oh, Ricky was back on his feet. Never mind.
Well, okay, Dawkins just got here. Was that a cookie sheet I saw?
Was a cookie sheet.
Was a cookie sheet. My goodness.
Mickey's got a tennis racket.
I think it was the tennis guy that Dawkins brought earlier. And then here comes LaBelle with the ropes. Oh my goodness. Following slam with a drop kick to the face to boot. I'm surprised Cliff Klepto is.
They could win it. They could win it.
Only a 2 count. And Vic Braun a little bit upset here, and they're just rolling out of the ring. And I think here keeps the carnage.
A smart move by Vic to try to take advantage of this carnage and sneak a win before the Gambinos got back in the ring. And Cliff and Ricky just fighting for their lives.
Klepto though now, oh my goodness, getting beat with a hard hat here. Now BC, what's your opinion of all this?
Well, I'll tell you, this reminds me of a bar fight on a Saturday night. You wait until somebody gets beaten down, and then you run over and kick him a few times.
And oh my goodness, now the Gambinos have Dawkins in the ring. Marshall has it.
Oh,
plants it right on the knees of Mickey.
submission, and Brotherly Love had the hell beat out of him.
Maybe it's a freebird rule, but with no titles? I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, this is not bad straight Atlanta GA. Well, Dior's a fresh man. He only played about 3 seconds of work earlier.
Oh, my goodness. Now, Dior Castro taking out Wasserman Inc. with the chair, and Dawkins slow to get up. Again, I'll say that this is a line I use all the time. Dead bodies everywhere. Oh, my goodness. And right now,
Jeez.
Mickey just ate the steel fencing here. My goodness. The barrier. But the only one in the ring right now, guys, is Ricky Dawkins.
Look at the wilt on the back of Ricky Dawkins, split wide open for the damage done by Marshall and Mickey.
I mean, he's lucky he's just walking away with that, Joe. You're really technical, and wait a minute, look here. There goes Dawkins, suicide dive! He takes out both Gambinos and Horseman Inc. Oh my God!
Ricky Dawkins, like a heat-seeking missile, explodes on the floor.
Oh, here comes Castro now. Dior Castro up and another suicide dive! How's your faces, Gambinos and Horseman?
How's your faces? What did they do to you? Nah, I didn't do anything. I don't know why you get hot at me.
I don't know why you're yelling at me. I'm just calling the action.
You're lucky Joe's in between us right now. You two should learn to be impartial. Well, there's nothing between Brotherly Love and these other teams except for air and opportunity and a few ropes, 2 of which have been dove over, and Cliff Klepto's still standing.
Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Cliff Klepto. Up and down and oh, my God! Up, flips over, and just takes out. I mean, I have to feel bad. I don't really feel bad for the Gambinos. I mean, they started out this match with tyranny, but then again, I'm not going to piss my boss off, so I'm not going to say a word about him. But I am going to say this, guys. My God, Brotherly Love, you want to talk about comeback? They're coming back here, and oh my goodness, cookie sheets for everybody.
And now this is some Brotherly Love, Philadelphia style. Where Extreme was born and bred and reached a new level. Ricky Dawkins is a man possessed.
I mean, look at the gash on his back. We can see a closer shot of this now, Joe. Oh my God. He's been through hell and back. And now, Vic Braun. Oh my goodness.
That's a baseball helmet.
How's your head? And I think Cliff Klepto kind of pushed the button on Vic Braun. But the thing is, this is every man for himself.
Yeah.
And, oh my
Marshall's got the kendo stick back, and he's wearing a red hide. He's breaking that bamboo over the skin of these opponents.
I can't believe the kendo stick broke. You know how hard it is to break those things? My goodness. This is just hellacious. And wait a minute, and oh!
Dior sandwiched between 2 steel chairs, nowhere to go. Body absorbs all the impact. And this continues to be, once again, a Brotherly Love bloodletting. And maybe let's end Brotherly Love's careers and settle it amongst ourselves. That may be the strategy.
I think this match pretty much took 10 years off the career of Brotherly Love because, I mean, my God, they're not stopping, but their opponents aren't stopping either, especially with the weapons. And right now, Marshall Gambino just shoving that kendo stick. And now the chair being shoved in the neck of Dior Castro, and in the ring right now.
Check out the far side on the apron. LaBelle and Dawkins are jockeying for leverage in an attempt to suplex each other. That could have disastrous effects.
Exactly, especially on the apron, the hardest part of the ring.
Oh, Dawkins is elevated.
Oh no.
By Stevie LaBelle.
Has him up.
Cliff can't save him. Braun neutralizes him. Oh no!
Oh my God!
My God!
Was that a table, a floor, or a human?
Well, I think Ricky Dawkins may have just made it down to the pool area. And Vic Braun has Cliff Klepto. And a hellacious powerbomb.
My God, he just drove him right into the mat, and that could be a Cliff Klepto's been going through hell this whole match. 1, 2,
and as much fun as it is to beat the hell out of Brotherly Love, victory becomes the most important factor here as the Gambinos, Braun, and Judo start to turn on each other.
And right there, you saw Marshall planning Vic Braun with that chair. My God, what's going on? What is this? What is this?
Mousetraps!
Those are mousetraps.
Mousetraps! The Gambinos have done some sick things in their 20 years. I've never seen mousetraps from them.
All I'm going to say is this, Joe. Have you ever gotten your finger stuck in a mousetrap?
Yeah, Joe, how many times do you get your finger caught in a mousetrap?
Well, one's enough. And that's a couple of dozen of mousetraps?
Yes, those are mousetraps. And oh my God, what I can't believe is about to happen. I can't believe. Oh no, they have Cliff Klepto.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the end of Cliff Klepto.
Has him up and just. Oh my goodness! Right on the traps!
And you didn't need cheese or whiz, as it were, to attack Cliff Klepto. And Braun sees an opportunity.
Vic Braun just swinging away like he knows. With the 1, 2, and 3, it's over!
And Vic Braun has won for his team.
I can't believe it, and the Horseman Inc. have won this matchup. My God, Vic Braun pretty much being the ultimate opportunist and coming in with that Kendall to the cleaning house and getting the pin on Cliff Klepto.
It was complete anarchy the entire way. It's a Gambino specialty, but BC, Braun, and LaBelle kind of snuck in and opportunistically took this thing out from under them.
Well, hey, that's one of the dangers in a matchup like this. Vic Braun earned that victory, showed that he's not just brawn, he's brains as well.
A chaotic scene. There's going to be a lot of injuries, a lot of ailments in the hospital. The Gambinos, they didn't win, but they got the job done in a sense of a couple of more bodies on the hit list, so to speak. And we're still not done, gentlemen. Pit fight continues. But what an effort from brotherly love as they recoup and lick their wounds. And check out this ovation for brotherly love. We still got a lot to go. Take a breath after what we've just witnessed, because the aggression is ongoing. Tag team matchup, and AJ maybe get some answers as to the whereabouts of his Jesus Club brethren.
So, we got something on where Curtis like all is. So, I'll tell you not to business. But, understand that princes stick together, and I always have friends in higher places.
What a unique tag team this will be. We saw A1 give a hell of an effort in that Bobcat Brawl earlier on, but we'll see if he's got enough endurance to go the distance in a tag team matchup. AJ Alexander, I think he picked a hell of a choice.
I think he has one hell of a choice right here, but what I'm going to say is this to you, Joe, I agree with that, but Anthony Young, one thing about the Sky Prince, he's always kind of looked out for himself. You know what I mean? Of course, you know, what happened with Dimebag, and excuse me, sorry, not Dimebag, but Nine Time, now, Hey, cut you off earlier, but we're going to say this about Anthony Young. Anthony Young right now, what's going through his mind? You guys have seen, you know, 9 in... I am so sorry. Yes, 9 in...
I'm going to tell him the infrared... Oh, it's...
Oh no.
Well,
Diamond Nystrom turning on this guy, and pretty much he's for himself. I'm wondering if AJ Alexander knows this.
I think that's a source of motivation for A1 that old Tully and Barry aren't by his side anymore, but culmination is a tough test no matter which incarnation you get. And I know more about this faction and its many iterations than I would suggest anybody aside from people that have actually been members. And I don't necessarily say that with pride, because I've watched them terrorize many promotions, many organizations, including a number here in the Pittsburgh area now. And it's almost like the Jesus Club fighting the devil themselves.
Yeah, we definitely have a matchup of biblical proportions, if you will.
You got heaven versus hell. That's basically the bottom line. And I mean, culmination, what you said. Philip Archer used to be just known as the survivor. Now he's known as Satan's survivor. And right now, anybody that's not surviving is AJ Alexander, you know, getting his arms pretty much twisted off by the mind racer. And Remy LeVay now taking him down. And oh, wait a minute, AJ Alexander now taking him out. Toss and a beauty by AJ Alexander.
Well, I've had a chance to see AJ a number of times in recent months and some of his travels and some bigger promotions, big-time wrestling, AAW. He moves very well for his size, and he's got that Samoan heritage, and I've never met a Samoan that's not tough.
He has one of the hardest chops in the business. One time I witnessed literally chopping somebody, and it echoed through the whole building. I mean, this man, when he hits you, he hits you.
And fundamentally sound as well. Nice ground game to take away the vertical base of Remy LeVay, the mind eraser, who's always had a bit of a mystique and aura around him. You don't really know what Remy's about, but whatever it is, you know it's a bit unsettling.
This is very unsettling. What's unsettling right now is this alliance, you could say, with the combination. Like you said earlier, they've run rampant everywhere, over promotions, all over the state. And right now, LeVay has his just holding his arm, clutching his arm from Alexander, but that is not going to be enough to defeat him. And right now, these two are about to test his strength here. I wouldn't want to have a test of strength with AJ Alexander.
I would concur with that. Remy's had success here in this building, in this promotion. Won the first Bobcat Brawl, challenged Gory for the Pit Fight Championship. Nice drop kick by the mind eraser, and that was a point when the culmination was not seeing eye to eye in its current iteration. Now Gory is, in many respects, the leader of these two gentlemen. I use gentlemen loosely, as LeVay tags in Philip Archer.
And I tell you, that's a scary group of individuals. And we talk about a number of times what Gory has done for Remy LeVay, and what we're seeing him do for Philip Archer as well.
Off the second rope. Takes him out, a little bit of a leg sweep there, and Philip Archer now, he was going for the senton and missed it. And A1, just quick cat-like reflexes, up and over, has a moonsault, lands on his feet, unbelievable.
I think the biggest difference between the Philip Archer now and the Archer of months prior, it's confidence and it's direction. Philip Archer has a goal, he's got a doctrine, he's got a mission to carry out, and A1, he's bold and brazen, but that may have not been wise to piss off the culmination.
No, and now he's stuck in the corner of the combination. Right now, Philip Archer just working on those ribs. And right now, tagging in LeVay, and here they go. Little double team action here. Sneaking him off the ropes. Picks him up. Oh, just mid-air, just climb with that right. 1, 2, only a 2 count.
And gravity was the enemy of A1 there. The higher the elevation, the more velocity on the way down, and nothing waiting for him but pain, blues, and agony. BC, you and I have called more combination matches than maybe just about anybody over the past 6 years or so. What do you make of this current incarnation, the twosome we're looking at now?
Well, it's an amazing transformation for Philip Archer. Similar to Remy LeVay, kind of a guy that was trying to find his way, a guy that was trying to get his footing beneath him, and he found that with Gory. And let's make another point. A1 has had issues with the culmination before.
Yes, he has, and he just took out one member of the culmination of that drop kick. 1, 2, and no, only a 2 count.
A1 has had his battles with the likes of Gory, of the likes of former culmination member Atticus Coger, and A1 showing that aggression again. This is very similar to what we saw earlier in the Bobcat Brawl, and you mentioned, Doc, the separation, the excommunication from Money Shot, Man Down Elijah D and Zach Nystrom, mocking Anthony Young, because he has some hobbies that maybe Money Shot doesn't think are masculine enough.
Sorry.
What's wrong with being a nerd? Is there an issue with that?
And by the way,
how you dress.
By the way, it was called Sky Prince. Anthony Young does not own that, by the way. That is owned by Money Shot.
Now, wait, what
cares? That will be
what does intellectual property have to do with his tag team?
Well, it was referenced earlier. It's on his tights.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
What? Are you going to go back to your Petunia Kenny law firm again?
Yes,
and deal with this? I'm dealing with those insufferable people.
Speaking of insufferable, did you see the chop that AJ Alexander just delivered?
Vicious. And Alexander has come in. Listen, Doc, it's very difficult to out-physicality the culmination. It's very difficult to get the better of them in a striking game. But Alexander has spearheaded that thus far.
You want to talk about vicious? You've got two vicious outcasts in Remy LeVay and Archer.
But they are taking it to Archer right now, which is Young and Alexander. This pretty much this modified form of of the Apex, you could say. And right now they are just going to town.
Obviously, for our Spanish friends, that would be the Jesus Club. As
it
says on AJ Alexander's tights right there.
Okay, that is not Spanish on his tights, first of all. And secondly, there's like a half dozen other problems I don't have time to explain right now. But I will say, Doc, for being a makeshift team that was really only settled maybe, an hour or two ago, AJ and I always call him Sky Prince, I will. AJ and A1, incredible outing so far for a team that really didn't have time to strategize.
You got a point there. They've already had like 5 to 10 minutes in the back just to go over things. And right now, though,
they had the duration of the fire alarm to figure it out. That's about it.
Yeah, you got a point there. And right now, Philip Archer, though, did you see how he did that shin breaker and now trying to get over and tag the Mighty Racer and Remy LeVay? But wait, the Skybrins now trying to drag Philip Archer. And Philip Archer using both feet and just tossing A1 Anthony Young. And right now, in comes Remy LeVay and in comes Alexander. And Remy LeVay is a man possessed. Couple clotheslines here and there. Pulls him up, has him. Reverse, throws him in a reverse neck breaker. He tricked us all, but that's what Remy LeVay does. And now Remy LeVay kick to the midsection. A little bit of an uppercut there to Anthony Young. Anthony Young in one corner, AJ in the other. Big forearm. And now comes over and delivers one to Alexander. And Remy LeVay showing why he is the leader of this pretty much incantation.
And 2 for the price of 1. Remy LeVay, that inner fire is burning. It's showing. There's a cover and air fall.
Almost a 3 count there. My God, how crisp was that cylinder? My God, he just completely in the air, spinning, everything perfect with that. And Remy LeVay, I mean, he's been in this business for almost 20 years now, I could say.
Well, Remy's got a little bit north of a decade to be sure. He is a veteran of this contest. And, Archer using his head as an offensive weapon. This thing breaking down. We got one of the best officials in the game in there.
Springboard cutter applied by Anthony Young. And Remy LeVay now locks him up. Has him in the gory special. Oh my goodness. I think that's it. If he can just get the tag. But wait, AJ Alexander waiting on the outside. What is this?
Trying to dislocate that elbow, break that arm, and now into a submission.
He can tap out right here. I mean, my God, he snapped that. He might separate the shoulder, Joe.
This is almost an Alex Shelley Border City stretch, and Remy may be forced to tap out. And Archer playing spoiler.
You even seen him hold up the little the gun expression, saying, "This is it." And flying knee by A1 Anthony Young. My God, showing why he is known as the Sky Prince. Good Lord, he just flew right into Archer's face with that knee.
All 4 men, the worse for wear, as they could enter a turning point of this matchup. Forget about tags, I guess. Just fight it out until one team can't go anymore.
I mean, my God, think about it. The only one to their feet right now is Phil Archer, and he's just trying to get Remy LeVay over there to get that tag. And finally, you see the tag. Right now, both Young and Alexander bringing up, taking out Satan's Survivor. And now these two line them up and double big trigger. Holy shnikes.
There was nowhere for Archer to go. His skull sandwiched between the impact.
My goodness, I mean, you heard the impact on that. And now finally tagging in young is Alexander. Now they have him up. Little double team action here. Oh, he misses.
Oh, miscue. A malfunction at the proverbial junction, and AJ maybe without a partner again.
Ouch. Big spear by LeVay. And that's not a win there. Richard pulls him up. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
Well, we had spoken of the chemistry of A1, Anthony Young, and AJ Alexander, but that one miscue was the difference maker. A1, a near knockout shot, left him susceptible and vulnerable to the dark demons of the combination. An impressive win for said combination, but this is going to, you have to think, give this conglomerate, it's a weird way to describe the three individuals, but give Corey the motivation and the momentum going into his title defense later on this evening. This could be an omen of things to come as Corey takes on the Ron Haught, and what if the combination find themselves in contention for the newly created tag team championships? We could see a combination dynasty before long, and it could have started here tonight with Archer and Remy for victors. Well, the championship stakes continue to rise here in Pitt Fight as a women's championship will be crowned a heartbeat from now. Some of this tea that I got from Alachey. Oh, come on. Are you one of those people Alachey would call a tea-sipping bitch? Language. I'm quoting Alachey, who is very proud of her tea and very proud of her success. Already has won a women's championship in her young career. She could do it again tonight.
That's right, Alachey making waves here. This for independent women's division. And what can I say about these guys? But it is about to get real loud in here, folks.
Ella Shea smells like Chase Gold. Soon. Katie has been mired in controversy these past couple of weeks for, let's say, inserting her personal matters, her relationship turmoil, her behind closed doors drama in front of the world, and doing, in my estimation, some very unscrupulous, unkind things. But bottom line here at Pitt Fight, these people do love Katie Arquette. She has earned their respect. She's been on the previous 2 Pitt Fights. She beat Tyler Klein. At our Pitt Fight 2, I do believe. She's fought women, she's fought men. She does not give a damn. And in this case, Katie Arquette gets a hero's welcome. She pointed. She dissected me. She's You're on my neck.
All I'm going to say is this, guys. You're seeing earlier, it's about to get really ugly and scary. And this woman right here, talk about fighting men. Well, I've seen this woman take 2 men out at the same time.
And when you said ugly and scary, I thought you just meant BC Steel. You in the match too?
Doc, she looked at me. Save me. Save
Stop
me.
grabbing up on me.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Okay, I'll grab Doc.
No, don't grab me. Stop it. What is wrong with you? Go back outside. I hear a fire alarm. Go outside. I thought that was the Saved by the Bell theme.
My God. This is a triple threat match for the first inaugural, Pitt Fight Women's Championship.
Listen, BC, I know you're not comfortable about women, but I didn't think it went this badly, okay? Good grief.
My goodness. This crowd not giving Ella Shea any love that she feels like she deserves.
excuse you, feels like she deserves,
Yes.
does deserve. And by the way, it's LSA!
It is, no, that's not a thing.
No, it is.
Alshay is stuck up. She's superficial. She's a little ditzy.
What? You're rude. You're both rude.
Where's the lie?
She is a wonderful human being.
Wait a minute. Well,
And now she's going to take a...
she's poking eyes and trying to run away.
She just said she was going to take a break.
Moving Scarlet taking advantage of the Queen of the Silver Screen. Has her up. Marquette rolls her up for a 3 count here. Maybe 1, 2, and wait a minute. LSA rolling up Marquette. 1, 2, and
Well, all three athletes trying to be the opportunists and take advantage of the distractions. But, gentlemen, would you agree that Scarlet is the one to beat? Because I think Alshay and Katie think that. Looking for a double suplex, but Scarlet, that vertical base, pulled into play in the strength power of Scarlet.
my God, she got both of them up at the same time. I cannot believe it. And Scarlet now, she's not even tired. It didn't even affect her. Look at the power of this woman, just picking LSA up now. Thought we were going to see a German super. No, she's squeezing the ribs, just squeezing the tea out of LSA.
Oh, God, you can hear the impact of that shot to the side of the head of Katie. German suplex. Fold Scarlet up. Good grief.
My goodness, what a German suplex by the Queen of the Silver Screen. Now these two about to lock it up. LSA and Katie Arquette.
There's a history here. Ella's defeated Katie Arquette for the IWC Women's Championship in the past. There's still unresolved issues there. One of them be the first Pitt fight Women's Champion.
Big shoulder block by Arquette now. Up and over. Here she comes. LSA now. Takedown by Arquette though. And Arquette now just throwing LSA all over this ring. She can, maybe she'll have another championship to ring.
That leg strength coming into play with the satellite head scissors. Katie Arquette's an incredible athlete, very decorated champion, and still on the rise. And the Dory Funk Jr. double underhook suplex by the Queen.
Queen lining up here, tuning up something. It's about to happen here. She's lining up. Wait a minute. Scarlet's on the outside here. She better pay attention. And Scarlet, big shoulder block, just taking out Arquette.
Katie was looking for an LSA maneuver, but Scarlet came in and Katie got pounced. Period.
Oh my goodness. How did that feel? LSA, Scarlet just charging in and just crushing the skull of LSA.
LSA, a little of her own medicine, a little of her own booty time.
Well, that's going to put a damper on the LSA tea party.
Oh, darn. What shall we do now? Oh, beautiful Saito suplex. BC, if you were managing, what would you advise someone do against Scarlet?
Well, thoughts and prayers come to mind.
There's a cover here. First of all, 2 count only.
I mean, I don't know if Scarlet has a weakness. I'm terrified. I think I've peed my pants 3 times since you looked over here. But
I did not need that.
well, metaphorically, I peed my pants, not literally.
All right, well.
You're going to have to try and find a weakness, and that's going to be very hard to do. Luckily, out here, you've got Katie Arquette and LSA to try and team up.
Well, Katie and LSA are not going to do that. They have too much bad blood, and she instills, she meaning Scarlet, as LSA gets a cheap shot in, so much fear. And everybody Scarlet comes across, your metaphorical urine notwithstanding, both of these athletes are in a bad, bad way, thanks to the overwhelming strength and power of Scarlet.
All I'm going to say is this, guys, one thing about Scarlet just leaves bodies everywhere, and she's doing that again, now sending Arquette on the ropes, misses that clothesline. Arquette showing that resiliency, and taken away with a snap. More like a clothesline, 1, 2, and only a 2 count.
And Katie landed hard in the back of her head and absorbed most of that impact. Scarlet came in high and followed down, and Katie may be moving on instinct more than anything.
Well, I know that we have a wrestling dentist from the Pittsburgh area. We might need a wrestling neurologist and maybe a podiatrist by the time this whole thing's over.
Oh my goodness, now look, you can see she's just, that knee is in the spine of Arquette, and Scarlet's just yanking those arms, using that power against her. And LSA's on the outside, guys. She is just playing the game right now when it comes to a triple threat match.
But she's got to keep her eye on the proceedings because she can lose this matchup without being involved as Katie muscles Scarlett back and unloading with a whirlwind of rapid-fire forearms.
My goodness, and Arquette now trying to come back here, and Scarlett now has her, oh my goodness, just driving the knee again into the spine of Arquette, and oh my goodness, and slamming the face of Arquette off the mat. Here we go, 1, 2, and Ella Shea being that opportunist, and pretty much taking your word of advice, Joe, and jumping in the nick of time.
Well, she had no choice, protecting her own interests, and we'll see if Ella Shea can come in like the Spitfire she can be and drive down. She didn't get all of that senton, but she was able to neutralize Scarlett at least for a moment.
Ella Shea!
Oh, stop doing the thing in my ear. Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Ben. Look at my butt. Booty time.
Oh my goodness. Face full of Ella Shea, and oh, there she goes, just sitting around. Is this what you mean by tea sipping bitch?
You know, sometimes language.
Sorry. You said it first. Okay, then Shea misses. European uppercut by Katie Arquette. Now Katie Arquette getting fired up here. She has both combatants in opposite corners. Here she goes, a little bit of booty time from her.
Yeah, that hip attack is a classic Katie Arquette staple. And she drives in with so much force that low center of gravity allows maximum impact.
She's asking for this crowd to get behind her. She needs that momentum right now, guys. Wow. Just catches her in midair, and Samoa drops her. 1, 2, and Scarlett making the save just in the nick of time.
And less than half a count away from a new and first ever women's champion here in Pitt Fight. What a war this has been.
Now Arquette now trying to throw elbows, trying whatever she can to destroy this monster named Scarlett. Oh, that's right, that's a bear hug right there. Oh my gosh, she's just squeezing the life, squeezing the air out of the queen of the silver screen, and has her up in that corner now. Put her up that top rope. What are we gonna see here? This is a very, very unsafe place for Arquette right now. Trying to fight her way out of it though. Throwing whatever she can, swing around, DDT, catches her. Scarlett's down, this could be it. She needs to keep her eye on Ella Shea though. Ella Shea now has her, grabs her.
Shades of Gory Guerrero by Ella Shea. Well, I don't think Gory Guerrero enjoyed his tea like Ella Shea.
Are you serious, man? Okay, so a couple forearms, both of these girls. Back and forth, the big clothesline by Scarlett.
I like that Scarlett Aja Kong-like back fist into that clothesline, but not enough.
Arquette just a nick of time pushing her off. And again, this is for the Pitt Fight inaugural Women's Championship. My God, these three are just giving it all. Oh no, Scarlett setting it up. Scarlett has her, and spear by Arquette, taking out. Throwing Scarlett out of the ring. This is the opportunity she needs, guys.
Like a smart move, take care of the larger competitor. And Katie, the Falcon Arrow, has the legs hooked. Katie Arquette has made history. Katie has been a part of all of our Pitt Fight events. It's only fitting that she be the last woman standing. And what do you make of a BC Steel, the Women's Championship, gets all the spotlight and takes center stage with the queen of the silver screen? Well, I know the next Arquette family reunion, David is going to be very happy that Katie is the Pitt Fight Women's Champion. You know, I'm going to be honest, I thought Ella Shea had it. That's who I was rooting for. I probably had money on her too. Congratulations, Katie Arquette, history-making inaugural Pitt Fight Women's Champion. top prize in Pitt fight about to be decided. The Reverend Haught is no stranger to gold and accolades as he presides over his pulpit of professional wrestling. But the Rev has a demon to exorcise if he hopes to gain the Pitt fight title.
My God, I've seen Ron Hunt numerous times focused, but I've never seen him this focused. I mean, he is ready to go. I mean, holding the 2 titles he has now, he tonight could become Rev for the belts.
That's possible.
My goodness. And he has AJ Alexander here, especially for some backup, especially against the combination, because you never know what Gory has up his sleeve. Speaking of Gory, you can hear the Hounds of Hell singing his praise right now as we speak.
Now a battle perhaps of darkness and light, and 2 men draped in championship accolades, but in this matchup only 1 title matters.
That's right, it's the one in CJ Sensation's hands. The Pitt fight title up for grabs here. Now, I will ask this, Joe, in this matchup I have to ask you, when you saw Gory win that title, what kind of hell did he have to go through, especially with the competitors that you just named earlier?
Well, it was a brawl throughout the building, and it was every different style. Gory, his skill is adaptability. No matter what you throw at him, he can withstand it and usually come back stronger. As you can see some of the jaw-jacking, trash-talking, Gory and the Rev will never see eye to eye philosophically. They're not going to ever spend a Sunday morning together, but they are both very, very skilled. We've seen the Rev and some of his travels, Shane Taylor Promotions in Ring of Honor. Gory has competed across this country, and into Mexico, Gory the more seasoned, the more experienced, but is the Rev the more cunning?
Well, right now, Rev's doing the smart thing. He just said, no, we're going to go at my pace. We're going to go at my speed.
And now the Rev was going in, and Jake's Gory showing why he's the new age player, just getting the heck out of harm's way there. But then again, Gory loves to play mind games. And he's going to see how much can he get into the mind of Ron Hunt. We've seen Ron Hunt just disable the minds of his opponents. Like I said before, this is a good one. And again, Gory getting into the head, already frustrating Ron Hunt in this matchup.
Gory has an incredible fluidity to his movement. He is so rapid in everything he does, and to hurt Gory, sometimes first you have to catch Gory, and that can be an impossible task.
Like, wait a minute though. Rev Ron Hunt catching him in the nick of time. Trying to pick him up there, trying to choke him. Again, Gory kicking the legs. Ron Hunt just going to town on that thigh of Ron Hunt taking him out. And oh my goodness, the quickness and agility of Gory, a little too much for Ron Hunt. My goodness, this crowd getting behind. It's kind of split here, Joe.
Well, I mean, again, it depends on what's your background, what's your philosophy, what do you believe about the world and potentially about the overworld ring. As Gory baited the Rev in, springboard leg drop connects, and certainly we've seen the culmination already successful earlier on over AJ Alexander. So we'll see if that is an omen for what's to come here as Gory went to take a chance, but the Rev a step ahead.
Now the Rev was moving, definitely had to move it out of harm's way now. Oh, but here we go, and here we go for biting! And it wouldn't be a match without biting here with Gory. And then Ray's break now, he is latched on. He's trying to draw blood right now. and Ron Hunt trying to get out of this.
Well, Gowen has that animalistic thirst for human flesh each and every time out. And it's certainly, when it is gory, it feels like a shark who senses blood. When an opening, when a wound, when damage is done, Gory will pounce.
BC, I gotta ask one question. Have you ever been bitten by Gory?
Unfortunately, yes, and I have the doctor bills to prove it. It's not so much that he bites in, he twists, so it's almost a wound that you can't close.
Rev has found a way around the offensive arsenal, countered on the outside, rolls Gory back in, and proud of himself in the early going. And the Rev, almost a man possessed right now, trying to keep Gory down at bay.
Think about it though, Ron Hunt has actually taken himself to the same level as the opponents, and you know Gory being sadistic, being just pretty much utterly insane, and right now Ron Hunt trying to go to that level with him. It's actually doing him some good now. Ron Hunt's in the opposite corner. Gory misses him. He's going for a hip toss, but Gory now just locks him up. 1, 2, and we almost had a retainment right there, gentlemen. And now Gory again rolls him up. Gory trying to play some mind games and also just getting away with agility of Ron Hunt. 1, 2, and rolls him up again. It is just not working out. And Ron Hunt now a little tired from that.
Gory is relying on that quick tempo. Ron Hunt can't think quickly enough to escape Gory's offense, especially when the New Age plague attacks from all sides. And now getting inside the head of the Rev, talking more of that trash, wondering maybe, hey Rev, what are you going to do? You need divine intervention? What's going to happen? Gory, no remorse, no surcease from the New Age plague.
Oh, now he's just biting the hand. He's biting the hand of Ron Hunt. Oh my goodness, a chop. And here comes Gory. My God, the balance of this man intrigues me. Oh, but wait a minute. Baseball slide, the beauty, taking out Gory. Gory, I mean, hurt himself on the ropes, and he is down, folks.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. That landing will be a difference maker, and it will take you out of the game at least momentarily. Ron Hunt, an opportunist, not thinking sportsmanship, and the look in the eyes of the Rev tells the story. But Rev, you're not going to win the title on a count out. You better have a next.
Oh, wait. I thought he was going for something, folks, but he just tricked all of us.
Mind games.
Couple shots in the gut now. Gory trying to come back here. And Hunt throws him out of the ring again. But you're not going to win this title with a count out, though.
Well, it's what I said earlier. Rev is going to work at his speed. He is going to dictate, if he can, what Gory can and can't do.
And right now, Ron Hunt in control. Oh, just rakes the knuckles right across the back of the spine. My God. And Gory's, Gory's laying on his back, I don't know how many times, and now to have those knuckles laying back, and oh my God, now working the spine against the apron. Ron Hunt might have found a target.
Yeah, the edge of that ring frame where metal meets wood, driven into the kidneys of Gory, absorbing all of that impact. And the Rev, he took this match to the outside, didn't try to win it out there, but looking to create that opening that could lead to victory.
And the thing about when your back hurts, I don't know if you guys know this, but your back is most of your body. So when it hurts, it's not something that you can just, work out like an arm or find a way that it's comfortable. It's going to hurt every step and every breath you take.
And right now, oh my goodness, the chops are coming out now, and Rev putting the force of God behind that one. And ooh, what a right hand. And now taking it to the champ. Ron Hunt can smell a third title coming. If he could just keep this going, sends Gory into the ropes, misses that clothesline, off the ropes he goes. Gory now.
And Gory explodes. It's a littlest opening. Is enough for Gory to change that pendulum.
Wait a minute now. Oh, he changed his game on that one. And stomping on the hands. Here comes Hunt. Low end cutter.
That's the best combo we've seen from Hunt in this match thus far.
Yeah, you see that? Yeah, that's for you. You're next.
Well, I haven't done anything out here. I'm just trying to do my job.
had this happen? Oh, now.
There's a drop toe hold by Gory. Who now looks to follow through. Oh, Gory loves to go crossbody, but round out of the way. And Gory with a sickening thud hits the outside.
If you noticed, Joe, Gory bounced off the steel railing a little bit, too. I mean, my God. He just went with all that impact, and Ron Hunt, just in the nick of time, getting out of the way. My God. Where's Ron Hunt's problem with you?
Well, Ron Hunt needs to take his frustrations out on Gory and not me. I'm reporting things as I see them.
Oh, no.
If he doesn't like it, that's his problem.
No, I would love to see him take his frustrations out on both of you. This could be the DC Steel Comedy Hour. 30 minutes of fun.
That's how I always work, huh?
Gory had a seat there, guys, and if you noticed, Ron Hunt taking the big boot and just taking it across the face of Gory. And wait a minute, are we gonna go coast to coast? Are we gonna go every chair?
Don't move. Don't you move. You are not allowed to move. Throw him over here, Rev. Throw him over here.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to help.
Rev getting a head of steam here.
Here he comes,
That
Ron
was
Hunt.
3 points.
And that's a layup.
He just back body dropped him right all over those chairs, guys. My
Well, the
God.
Rev went for style points, and he went for high risk, and it didn't pay off. And that's why you don't count Gory out, as the Rev lay in a crumpled heap of steel.
My goodness, guys. I mean, the whole crowd just moved. They knew what was coming. And Gory, just in the nick of time, back body dropped him. My God. Ron Hunt is clutching his back. Here's the thing. Gory could win this and keep the title. I mean, a count out.
I don't know if that's how
all he
Gory.
needs.
I don't know if that's how Gory would prefer to win, but bottom line, the Rev is to his feet, and the officials being lenient with his counts, because I think everybody wants to see a clear-cut winner. Look out!
Oh, my God.
Well, a win is a win, but Gory obviously had other thoughts in mind, and I think Gory just hit the side of his head. This could be, I hate to say it, but that stuff's called high risk for a reason.
There's a lot of things Gory does that I don't understand, but I do understand that desire, that passion to be a fighting champion. Gory has worn that pit fight badge proudly, and with so much that this represents, this championship, from St. Jude's to University of Pittsburgh-Greensburg, to all of the competitors that have fought for this honor, Gory is a proud, proud man, bottom line, and Gory wears that championship with honor and wants to continue to do so.
And Gory now just awaiting Ron Hunt's return, but Ron Hunt's slow to get up. I don't blame him, especially being sky tackled, you could say, by Gory, straight from that apron. And right now, Gory now trying to get Ron Hunt back in this ring. The Rev now in lots and lots of trouble. Starting to choke him while he's pulling him in here. Oh! Draping the neck off the top rope there and just yanking his neck. That could be it right there. Gory trying to recollect himself here. Now Ron Hunt, a bunch of stomps here, trying to establish why he is the #1 contender for the Pitt Fight Championship. And right now he's just choking him. Guys, this is 275 days in the making. We have been waiting for this matchup.
And Rev doing whatever he can to slow this tempo back down, shake some cobwebs, get himself back in the game. Because Gory with those couple of high risks had Rev pretty close to the end of the road. But with Gory down off of his feet, that speed, that quickness, that intensity, much of it's neutralized. As the Rev could be going power move.
Power slam. Wait a minute. Oh, with the DDT though. Reversed it. Reversed that right into a DDT, and now both competitors are down.
Gory is so great at using his body weight as an offensive weapon. He swings that body forward into that satellite-style DDT. It increases the impact on the head and neck. This is the reprieve and the time Gory needed to get back to his feet and potentially reassess.
CG Sensation at the count of 5 here. The count of 6. And now Ron Hunt delivers a right. Gory with 1. Back and forth these guys do, exchanging blows. And Hunt showing some impact on that one. Gory now. Rapid fire, here we go. And oh my goodness, the leader of the culmination trying to gain some momentum here. and retain that Pit Fight Championship. He's calling for Ron Hunt to get up here. Up score, double knee right into the chest. Into the corner. Here comes Corey. And the New Age Plague strikes again.
Has his target behind where Ron Hunt swings through the ropes to increase the impact.
Insecurity from the outside. And now Corey lines up. Off that road from over there. Oh, missile drop kick. One, two, and no. Only a 2 count.
Well, Corey could sense he was half a count away, if that. The pendulum is in the favor of the champion. But you mentioned, Doc, how long we've been waiting for this matchup, this confrontation. The championships these men have won on the road here. There's a lot of personal pride involved keeping this fight alive.
This is built into hatred. I mean, the social media trash talk, everything that you've seen. And right now, it is showing through this matchup. And Ron Hunt getting out of harm's way right there. Up and over, Gowen drops him, but he catches himself on the apron as Ron Hunt. Rev hits him in the solar plexus. Look at that agility from Ron Hunt. Swings around and, ooh, big back elbow to the head. Full Nelson and the slam. Drives him to the mat. 2 and no. Only a 2 count.
I was just fixing to say, reprise the theme song and roll the credits, but and you can see Corey favoring the back of his head. I think when he dove to the outside over that barricade, he hasn't been the same since, as is Corey.
Now, the damage is very apparent on both champion and challenge. You can tell it in their body language, how they move, how they adapt. The Rev now, with Gowen where he wants him. Oh, Gowen walks up the back. Gets the weight position. He's trying to take out the knees. If he can take out the knees and bend back on the neck, it's the Soul Eater, and that could be the end. The Rev sensed it and countered.
Kick to the midsection. The Rev has him. Oh, man, almost hit the referee on that one.
Oh, Gowen. Oh, almost. Gowen was attempting that, missed. Almost hit the official by accident. Stopped himself to avoid disqualification.
Murder line, this is it.
And now, the Soul Eater cinched and full.
Oh my God, he has it bent in half. Oh, wait a minute, there's AJ Alexander. Get him out of here.
What are you doing out here?
Well, he's allowed to be out here. They're tag partners.
What do you mean he's allowed to be out here? There's no one out here. They both left out of respect, and now AJ Alexander's back trying to ruin this.
This is not a tag match.
Well, you know, respect is a weird.
Here comes Archer.
And a Satan Survivor out here pulling AJ Alexander out of this match where he does not belong. But wait a minute. Ron Hunt has one of his championship belts here.
He doesn't realize, Gowen was getting ready for the mist. And then the mist was just forcibly knocked out of his skull by the Rev Ron Hunt. And we have a new champion.
I can't believe what I just seen. Ron Hunt defeating Corey.
You two can cry, you can whine, you can congeal, you can boo-hoo and wee all the way home. Your new Pit Fight champion is the Rev Ron Hunt. It took AJ Alexander, it took one of those championship title belts, and it took Corey practically choking on that mysterious red mist to get the job done. We can't change the result, but bottom line, put an asterisk next to that title win, because the Rev didn't do it alone.
No, the Rev did not do it alone, but we have to say this, Joe. The Rev is now known as Rev 3 belts. Those 3 championships, and Corey taken out with that belt. I mean, AJ Alexander, what can I say? He threw a curveball into the plans of the culmination. And if I'm AJ Alexander, I do not want to be on that hit list.
The Rev Ron Hunt has turned Pit Fight into his own personal congregation at Pit Fight 3 graduation.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at SidekickMediaServices.com.